We have an unofficial declaration that it is never too late for booze. Um, yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dinner and a Game, where we are trying to stop the live Eesh, on TikTok because we didn't have time to set that up. But welcome everyone to Dinner and a Game, where we are going to play some D&D today. CraftyMirage has agreed to run a D&D campaign for us. We've been playing for a few weeks now. We did skip some time because of illness and such, but life is life, and vacation always gives you COVID now. I'm just gonna assume that like we're going to Gen when we go to Gen Con, we're all gonna get COVID. COVID. COVID, the holiday, the vacation gift that keeps on giving. But yes, we're going to be playing some Wild Beyond the Witchlight today, and I want to number one start off by apologizing to Crafty and all the players because once again I overslept. This time I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure it's my fault somehow. It's got to be my fault because I'm the one who overslept. But they did everything in under God's green earth except for bomb my house to try and wake me up. It was amazing. The amount of alarms that went off was wonderful. I know. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, drones are notoriously finicky, so that's why everyone says if you really want a quality bombing, do it in person. But anyway, but yes, we're going to jump into Wild Beyond the Witchlight in just a few moments. Number one, we want to remind everyone that we are still doing. We're getting ready to do our D&D, not D&D, but our. Sorry, I am still waking up. We're getting ready to do our subathon in March. And we're looking for ideas and concepts to throw into the subathon. We're not going to do 24 hours because we wouldn't do that to people, and I have a hard enough time waking up anyway. And we're going to be doing it over a weekend in March, and we're going to be looking for any ideas or concepts that anyone wants to throw at us. So we'll be taking those up until the end of this month, and then we'll be setting up everything for March for the subathon itself. So if you guys want to participate or have any ideas for our subathon, do not hesitate to reach out to contact us. We would appreciate any and all help, as this is the first subathon that Dinner and a Game has ever done. Now, to bring it in the why of why we're doing a subathon is we are trying to increase our actual monetization. That we're trying to be adults. And the reason for that is we want to bring in more content for you guys. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that we can do things like give people a valid reason why they want to create content on Dinner and a Game, and that means money. One of the only things we can do that can definitely help us get excellent content creators like Crafty on board is to pay them because it makes sense. Your time and your labor is valid, and since these people are making whole campaigns for us, we believe that they should be rewarded in kind. Um, by the way, Crafty, I don't know if you saw my message, but I forgot your thingy, so okay, but kneecaps. But anyway, um, yeah, stay home. I'll lose my home. Okay, okay, maybe I can still get some disability. But anyway, but yes, so we're going to go ahead and be setting that up, and any help you guys can provide would be wonderful because we are trying to get more creators on here, like the illustrious Jeremiah McCoy, who has agreed to be our second test dummy for for this new thing. And so as soon as we're going to be looking at getting all of that type of stuff scheduled, depending on how well we do on the sub drive, depends on how many new streams of content we can create. Right now, we're hoping to get about, if we can get to 150 subs, we can definitely bring on at least one more, if not two more full-time GMs. And that means that hopefully, we can have more content created and I don't have to spend as much time on this side of the camera and I can go into more producing role, and that way I have much more free time on my own to handle the day-to-day minutia of being alive. So in the meantime, though, let's say hi to everybody and let's get ready to get started. I'm going to go around and introduce everyone real quick and let them give you the little synopsis on their characters they're playing right now. And then once I get through myself, we will hand everything over to Crafty, and she can, torture us as she sees fit. As they visit. Already? Who was it? Diamond. It's okay. Diamond, I love you, but I'm so tired. A sweet tea special is a combo hit. You basically must take a drink because you have to uh, hydrate, then you have to stretch, and then you have to adjust your posture. What about something that'll help with your current condition? What does? There's water in it. There's water in it. There's nothing much more you can say against that. Oops. Hang on a second. Bud Light's close to water. So anyway, sorry about that. The sound wasn't working, but that's okay.
We're not sponsored by Bud Light at all.
Sponsored by Bud Light.
Well, we certainly aren't now.
We certainly aren't now.
Would you like to be? Can we arrange that? Hey, Bud Light, are you listening? Would you like to come and sponsor this? We're here for that.
Yep.
No.
Hashtag not sponsored.
I was gonna say, Bud Light, would you like to continue to piss off the right wing? Well, here you go.
This is the group to do it.
Yeah.
It is a valid point.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and say hi to everyone this morning. First off, we will start with, since we've already mentioned his name in vain, we will now mention his name in celebration, or the illustrious and magnificent Jeremiah McCoy. Jeremiah, how are you doing?
I am not dead yet.
That is an accomplishment, sir.
Yeah, no, it allows for improvement. I am Jeremiah McCoy, aka Basics of the Game, here on Twitch and on TikTok, and I talk a lot about D&D and all that stuff. So, and I play Robin Clover. Robin is just a cheerful guy. He's a cheerful guy who happens to be a satyr living in a carnival, and he likes his life. He likes he's liking his new friends. He's meeting new people. He likes doing that. It's great. He's a friendly guy. That's all.
He is a friendly guy. And we're going to go ahead and continue going around the circle by going in actually clockwise direction for once. Bishop Bunny, how are you?
I'm doing all right. For those of you who are familiar with me on Twitter and Twitch, I had kind of like a rough week of dealing with health problems, but I am infused with iron. I am now Iron Bun. Yeah, heavy metal all the way. I'm fortified more than your average bowl of healthy cereal.
Getting geared up against the Fae.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a lot of cold iron running through me right now.
That's how you do it if you really want to be serious about it,
Absolutely. I am Bishy Bunny, a VTuber and personality on Twitter and Twitch. That's about as much you need to know for that. My character is Trash, but that's also her name. She is a young woman who doesn't speak for whatever reason, and she carries around with her a puppet stage that she also uses as a shield, and inside is her puppet who does most of the talking for her. In fact, all of the talking for her. Alphonse the unicorn.
Alphonse is amazing.
I love Alphonse.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And next we have the notorious and absolutely not ruthless Dice Goblin Black Cat.
As long as you know. I am playing Nim, a human rogue who is in a predicament last we left her, but everything's gonna be fine. It's fine. but much like the state of my mind and sleep schedule, it's fine.
It's absolutely fine.
But I am Dice Goblin Black Cat on all platforms. If you search it, I'm probably there. I make dice. I do the click clock math rock thing, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Excellent.
not awake. 3 hours isn't enough, y'all.
It's enough.
3 hours is gonna be the average forever. So, and of course, I am Mr. Dag Show, aka Ray. You can find Dinner and Games links anywhere on the internet at our link tree, or should I say, Dinner and Games links for all our socials on the internet in our link tree. And you can find all these amazing creators in our chat right now. Remember, the biggest boost you can give any creator is taking that a couple of moments to hit that follow button on some of their socials. It makes them, it gives them that confirmation that what they're making is reaching other people. And although we would do this no matter what, because it is our hobby and we love it, getting that little bit of acknowledgement is the biggest serotonin boost that you can basically find. And we appreciate it when it happens, and you cannot believe how good it makes us feel. So if you have a moment, please do so. Now we are going to turn everything over to our wisest of leaders, and who would never do anything to torture us or cause any type of emotional scarring. Yeah.
I didn't ask for tokens for any reason other than just because they're cute. No.
Yeah, and I gotta go make a token real quick. But I'm just gonna probably make a token of my D&D Roll20 character sheet or something like that.
There we go.
There you go. Oh boy, hang on a second. Chat just
I
crashed.
apologize for the need, because like, let's be honest, this just means combat, and this is my fault.
This is my fault. But yes, CraftyMirage will be taking us on this journey.
Oh,
and
boy.
We love the concept of Crafty being able to craft this. So we're gonna go ahead and turn everything over to her. That'll give me a shut up too.
Yeah. Hi, I'm CraftyMirage. I'm also known as Nikki. I'm on TikTok. I do things. It's okay. It's not important. I'm still like recovering from COVID, so I don't want to talk about me right now. My entire brain is just filled of musical numbers from a particular Amazon show at this present time.
Valid, entirely
it's
valid.
Very valid. It's very valid. Okay, so last we left off, everyone, we were in the Witchlight Carnival. It was the 4th hour where the Big Top Extravaganza was finally happening. Our team decided, after taking a very fun trip through the mine cart roller coaster ride, that they were going to go to the Big Top Extravaganza. Killian and Trash went into the Big Top with Robin and noticed a little too late that Nim had separated herself from them after learning where the staff area was. She snuck through and she snuck past and went into the staff area while the Witchlight Big Top Extravaganza was happening, and all of the staff was presently at the Big Top. As she was beginning to search the wagon of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, she heard a gruff voice behind her and turned to see a Shadar-kai elf dressed as a distinguished gentleman. He was wearing a big black top hat with a rose pinned to it, a checkerboard orange long coat with a black lapel and another rose pinned to it. He had some nice pleated orange pants and some very nice loafers, cane in his hand with a lot of rings on his fingers, and a nice button-down red vest. And in one hand, he had pulled out a watch that is gold and seems to be glowing as he opens it, and he is just staring at you now. So that's where we left off. What would you like to do?
I believe he also claimed I was a thief.
Yes, he did claim you were a thief. My bad.
But I shall point out like she would. And I will also remind you that I have had that prepped action of
Yes, no, I know.
cupcake to
You've got
face.
basically got the cupcake like right here.
But I cannot help the fact that she would correct him. Yeah, you
Go
see,
in the right direction with this.
being a thief implies something was taken, and nothing was taken.
Are you telling him that?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and you didn't take anything, so go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
This is gonna go so well.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
That could have been worse. 21.
21.
Not bad.
All right. So 21. He looks you up and down, and you see him tuck the watch back into his coat pocket or his vest pocket. And he puts both hands on the cane, on the handle of the cane, and is still staring at you very, very sternly. This is the staff-only area. What are you doing here? And why are you in my wagon?
We ball. Okay. Not moving the hand. I'm looking for information about my sister. You may recognize her, considering she used to work here.
He kind of looks you up and down. You look familiar. Unfortunately, we're running a show right now, and I need to be monitoring that. Perhaps you and I can both go to the big top and you can stay nearby, and we can discuss things after the show has concluded.
I'd like that.
Behind him, you see that there is a human clown who already looked ready to just start swinging.
Uh-huh.
But you see Mr. Witch hold up his hand and then gesture for you to go first towards the big top.
Confidently, with all of the bravado of someone who has never had something bad happen to them since they got their confidence, but gripping the cupcake very tightly.
Don't crush it.
She walks forward. Well, as tightly as one would hold a cupcake. Oh no!
There's frosting in my fingers.
She walks through the door, kind of looks at the clown and just strides past. Realizes she doesn't entirely know where to go and waits.
Well, you can clearly see where the big top is. There is the
Okay,
briars
go straight towards that.
Yeah. Hang on. I actually had a map, so if you wanted to look at it, let me pull the players over to that scene.
But totally does not look behind her.
But yeah, that's what the map looks like for whatever was going to happen here. Yeah, but there is a bramble path that leads kind of like a tunnel of brambles that lead to the back entrance of the big top.
What a friendly clown.
What a friendly clown. I'm watching my cat struggle to get on the windowsill right now. She did it! Yay! All right.
other considerations, but she wants information. She wants information.
So, back to the big top, which I have moved the map tool to the big top. So Palasha, I believe, was performing. Where are the events? There they
Yeah,
are.
I remember what happened. Do you want me to?
Yes, please,
mhm.
because my brain turned to mush for the past 2 weeks.
Because of Trash's experience with her mother and all that, I was sort of, she was able to kind of resist the pull of the song and actually keep an eye out on what was going on, specifically looking for some of the thieves. And she saw an event happening real nearby her, close enough that Alphonse was able to put on his wizarding outfit and prestidigitation, a awful, nasty flavor inside a victim's mouth, so that they were knocked out of their days long enough
brilliant.
not to have anything stolen from them.
That is correct. Add a couple of fairy dragons in there.
Good.
All right. So,
Crafty, sorry.
yes.
I have the token made, but I cannot remember how to add it to the thingy.
a second. Where are you at?
I'll
Is your
put it
sheet
in
on here?
Discord. It's on there. I haven't loaded it. I haven't gotten. Apparently, I don't have ownership of it or something.
What? Ow!
Trying to fix it.
It's your roll 20.
I know, but I just like I don't know if I'm logged in as a player or what. I'll fix it.
Okay. Look, hopefully we won't need them because, like, hopefully. I mean, we're currently. I just have the.
They're talking very fast. It is very nice.
Okay, so in the Witchlight, big top, Palasha has just finished her song, and the human that you had given a very foul taste in his mouth to, he is kind of just looking around. I believe he looked down and confronted the thing. It was the Lornling, I think. No, it was Gleam's shadow. Yeah, there it is.
It was. Sorry, what? I'm not there.
You're not there. It was but yeah, so the shadow is retreating now towards the away from the benches as Palasha finishes her song, and Candlefoot begins to take center stage.
Do I think they clocked me doing that?
Give me a perception check or an insight check on the shadow.
Okay. Let's
Is it
see.
D20, okay.
Do-do. No idea.
What'd you get? Yeah.
I got 7.
7?
Yeah, no clue.
No, actually, you do. You beat their DC.
Wow.
Because it rolled a 4 on its perception. It doesn't seem to be paying you any mind, the shadow.
Okay.
So, Candlefoot takes center stage and he starts going up to audience members to just like have them play little games that are completely silent, like little pantomiming games. He goes over and it's basically he's playing charades with the audience. Like, people are shouting out their answers of what he's doing and laughing and having a good old time. Robin, what are you doing are you going to help entice this performance?
Oh, he's he, having seen the performance a few times, he knows what the beats are. So he's going to add little musical notes to when the trick goes off, like when he's sort of a flute resemblance of a laugh track or something like that. You know, that kind of thing.
Amazing. That's awesome. And throughout this whole performance too, there are just like fairy dragons, like a little musical band. There's acrobats in the air, fire breathers parading around, trying to just entertain the crowd as much as possible. It's towards the end of towards the middle of Candlefoot's performance that Mr. Witch and Nim show up. So I'm gonna say that you guys on the map, hang on, let me pull you. Nope, that's not your screen. That's not your token. How do I remove this? Undo, delete. There we go.
My beautiful screen. This is not my beautiful token.
This is not the token I made. All right, you're right there. And Mr. Witch, there's so many freaking things here. Where's Mr. Witch? There's Mr. Witch. There you go. You guys are basically coming in at the the top area of the map. You can see Robin in the performance ring. You can see that there are several people just chilling in the benches. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Nim. $18. All right. With an 18, you can, as you're walking in, you can see that while the audience is captivated by the performance at hand, you notice the little girl with the pig mask just running behind the benches and taking something out of someone's pocket who doesn't appear to have butterfly wings on. Is there anything you would like to do?
That's a thief. That's a thief. That's a turns to the guy in the top hat, goes, like I said, not a thief, that's a thief. Goes the fuck after her.
You're going after her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Mr. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, actually. Acrobatics check.
Still not great, but better. Like, you can't keep having good luck. There it is.
What'd you roll?
11.
An 11. Okay, let's see. Plus an 11. All right, he rolled a 12. You feel on your ankle, which causes you to stop because you feel the end of Mr. Witch's cane wrap around, like the handle part, go around your ankle and kind of yank you back a little bit.
Okay. You don't like thieves. That's a thief.
He is not looking at you, as he is just staring straight at the performance, but has his cane still, like the handle of his cane still on your ankle, and just very, very almost not noticeable, just shakes his head a little bit.
She wants answers, but is staying. She does not let her eyes leave this guy or this child in the big.
as Candlefoot's performance comes to an end, Mr. Light, as the show is beginning to as the show is beginning to come to its conclusion, he will address the audience. And now we come to the end of our performance. Is there anyone in our audience who would potentially like to captivate everyone with a performance of their own?
You notice to the side that Alphonse is leaning out of the puppet box and seems to be whispering hotly to Trash. And Trash very, very nervously and very slowly starts getting up and walks toward the stage.
All right. Mr. Light starts clapping to sort of encourage everyone in the audience to start clapping as well. And as you're walking center ring, Trash, by the time you reach the center stage, it is in it. Ooh, how do I accidentally tied Candlefoot to Robin? I don't know how I did that. Oh, there we go. As you take the center stage with next to Mr. Light, it is a roar of just approval and just a cacophony of cheering and encouragement. There's some woo girls in the crowd. There's some bro barking. It's like Super Bowl Sunday.
Alphonse stands out of the puppet box. She goes down into her little position that she often adopts, and is like, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to introduce you all to the Lady Trash. She is here to welcome you and hope that you are enjoying the show. But Lady Trash, I'm afraid you're not quite sparkling enough for this event. Whoa, one second. That's my job, isn't it? And Alphonse goes behind the little puppet thing and then comes back, and there's like sounds of rustling going on. Then the curtains open up, and Alphonse is now dressed in a maid outfit and starts to, utilizing prestidigitation, sparkle up Trash.
There's a mixture of laughter and applause as at Alphonse coming out dressed as a maid, and then the applause with him causing Trash to sparkle.
Mm-hmm. Would you say a few words Trash shakes her head violently with that. She's very, very shy. Does anyone have any requests?
Does anyone in the audience, do any of the friends have a request?
Nim's kind of focused.
Yeah. Killian's looking around and is like, what are we requesting?
A song, a dance, a play, whatever we have time for. I don't want to take too much time from these lovely our honored hosts, of course.
Killian says, what about a dance, since they won't sing?
Absolutely, a dance. And we're gonna try a little.
The audience, yeah, it's a performance check. The audience is chanting, dance, dance, dance,
Yeah.
dance.
Robin will provide musical accompaniment to give you assistance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and take that roll with advantage then.
All right. And she stumbles. She's not used to actually moving herself. Usually she's like behind, and Alphonse is seemingly trying to sort of pull her out of her shell. And she does trip on her little thing and sort of like end up on the ground. Alphonse sort of disappears for a second, and then okay, I'm gonna take that natural 20, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
For the puppet thing.
For the
And
puppet?
Alphonse, yeah, because what Alphonse does is he goes back in, and he comes back out, and now he's wearing a like a tuxedo, like a ballroom dancer, and he's like, "I'm sorry, lady, you haven't danced on your own in so long. Please allow me," and reaches out a hand, and then now in a more proper mood and something that she's more used to, they do a ballroom dance together.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna count that as a group check then. Can Robin? Can you all go ahead and give me your performance check as well? Alphonse's natural 20 will definitely help in this.
I can certainly do this. Do. Come on, Robert. Time to roll dice.
I apologize, by the way, to anyone listening if they have to listen to me cough a lot. It's just not shaken.
Oh
I
dear.
had COVID.
I know it's bad though.
Okay.
I only got a 9.
Oh, okay. So, it's not the typical glitz and glam that the audience is used to seeing compared to the rest of the performances that were more seasoned and well practiced. So, despite Alphonse definitely bringing some jovialness to this performance and just wonderment because it's a talking puppet, the audience, while they do applaud, don't give as much of an applause to the performance as they did with like Palasha or Burley or Candlefoot. Mr. Light does give a little bit of a forced, overly enthusiastic clap, and it's just like, a round of applause for our brave volunteer. What was your name again, ma'am?
Her name is the Lady Trash.
The Lady Trash. And where have you joined us from today, ma'am?
And Alphonse like looks at Trash for a second, and there's actually like, if there was anyone close enough, they would see a slight expression change on the puppet's face. The Platinum Paradiso.
Oh, surprising, but yes, good, very good. If you would like to go ahead and take your seat, and we can conclude this our big top performance for the evening.
Absolutely. Alphonse gives a extended bow, and Trash is like, now she's sort of reverted back to being just the thing behind the puppet. And then they scoot off.
So, the rest of the Big Top extravaganza ends much like a typical circus performance. The performers go to the edges of the ring and take their bow. The musicians, Robin, Candlefoot, everyone who performed that evening takes their bow, and everything starts to break down and calm as the audience starts to leave the stands to enjoy the rest of the carnival. Nim, you're still with Burley, or Mr. Witch. Robin, you see Mr. Light whispering to Burley and gesturing with the Witchlight vein over to where Trash is sitting, and with Killian. And Killian and Trash, as you guys are at your bench about to stand up and potentially reconvene with your group, a large bugbear approaches you. He's wearing dungarees and a pumpkin on his head. He's taller than both of you by a lot. He approaches you, looks you both down, and just says, "Management wants to speak to you."
Of course.
And
Alphonse
he
gets
starts leading you over in the direction to where you actually see Nim standing with the Shatter Kai elf wearing the top hat and the nice dressed up coat. Robin, Mr. Light begins to approach you in his very, very overly showman demeanor, goes up to you, has the Witchlight vein right behind his back, and just leans forward. You've been traveling with those, haven't you, today?
I have been assisting them. Yeah, I've been providing
Showing them
guidance.
around.
Oh yeah, nice folks.
Nice folks?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, perhaps you can join this meeting and potentially give some insights because we're getting a little bit of mixed messages from them.
Okay.
And he looks over to where Mr. Witch is standing with Nim.
Oh yeah. All right. I'll be glad to help out as best I can.
Of course you will. You have always been such a great employee, Robin.
Glad I can help.
You bring so much whimsy to our carnival. And he does a very what's the word? A very debonair twirl of the vein, and starts kind of doing a parade march over, because he can't turn it off when they're on the clock.
Oh yeah. And Robin will have the same energy doing the sort of faux marching as he goes along behind.
All right. So let me move back to the... You guys are led back through the big top back entrance over to the... I'm going to put you guys around the fire just because it's more dramatic.
Staff area with the walls that
the staff area.
Some of us get over.
I'm sure this is fine. This is fine.
Just gonna put you all here. Love these tokens so much. They're so cute. All right, where's Mr. Light? Mr. Light, where you at? There's Mr. Light. Okay, and where's Burley? Burley is right here. Okay. So you guys are led back to the staff area. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light don't go towards any of the wagons, but they both go around the campfire that has all the basics of a break room sort of deal in a fantasy realm, which is the fire. It's got a kettle full of stew for the staff to eat while they're there, and there are barrels of drinks just around this campfire. And Mr. Light does another twirl of his cane of the vein. Everyone, please make yourselves comfortable. We'll have a nice little chat, won't we? And of course, if you want some refreshments, if you're hungry, we have plenty to offer here. On the house.
Lady Trash would love another candied apple.
Thaco. And he looks to the human clown that's nearby. Can you go get a candy apple, please? And Thaco kind of rolls his eyes a little bit and just starts walking. Everyone give me a perception check.
It's okay, Thaco. I'd roll my eyes too if I was old.
I'm sorry.
You're not old. You're timeless.
You're timeless.
I
Sure.
know nothing.
You know nothing, John.
I see all.
I see
22.
one thing that Nim does not see.
Okay. So everyone except Killian. As Thaco is walking past, I'm gonna put Burley over here actually for this. As Thaco is walking past, Burley kind of shoulder checks him a little bit, and Thaco kind of just bounces off the bugbear, and they both glare at each other for a moment before Thaco says, without saying anything, just walks by.
I have to make an out of character comment. His name is Thaco.
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 Yes.
Okay.
Is he a named
lit-
character, or did you pick that?
No, it is in here. Thaco.
Hmm.
It is on his token. Thaco.
See what you're
Hit
doing,
an
wizard.
armor
See
class
what you're
of.
doing.
Thaco.
Yep. Nope.
They just
I
wanted
am
to make
well
us feel
familiar
old,
with
Jeremiah.
it. Yeah. I'm well familiar with Thaco. Old friend, really.
Taco Tuesday.
Is this something from like old school D&D? Because I don't know.
To
Yes.
hit armor
Right.
class 0 was your ability to hit a target because AC was reversed
Mhm.
from second edition and earlier.
Like it used to be that if you had an AC 0, you were really hard to hit.
Yeah. So
Math complicated, kind of.
It was a whole
to
chart
hit.
and everything.
Okay. And it was
You want
called
to know
Thaco?
why they really call this fantasy math? It's because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thaco was actually a solution to make it easier to figure out if you could hit. The version before Thaco was actually more complicated.
Oh, chainmail.
And now, simple addition.
Yeah.
Appreciated.
I like having Jeremiah on here because I learned things about the game that I didn't know before. I didn't know that. That's a fun fact.
It's my brand.
Fun fact: Jeremiah.
Basics of the game is absolutely the font of knowledge. If you ever want to check out his TikTok, you will learn much about ancient gaming, and you will learn much about how to set trolls in their place.
All right.
Anyway, called him ancient.
So, Mr. Witch is simply standing there by you guys, and Mr. Light is standing next to him and is kind of spinning the vane. So the vane he's holding is it's like this gold scepter with monarch butterfly wings at the top of it, and you can see like a faint glittering gold coming off of it as he spins it in his hand. And he gestures to it and then to all of you. It's an interesting item, what I have here. It is able to pick up the nuance of the carnival at any given time. And if the mood is good, it glows brighter. If it's bad, it barely glows at all. Currently, it's standing at a middle point. He points to Trash. The Lady Trash here has helped elevate the mood of the carnival. You, however, he gestures to Nim, sneaking into our staff area. The carnival didn't like that.
Well, I can't say too much that I enjoyed being kidnapped by the carnival. So maybe we each took a little bit from the other.
He just he does that hum, and Mr. Witch sighs just a little bit. I was wondering if that was you. Yes. Unfortunately, we had a couple of bad eggs a few years back. They are no longer employed with our carnival.
I'm sorry, was that an apology?
As close to one as we can offer.
Oh. I see.
Unfortunately, we are not responsible for the ill doings of people who would take advantage of our reciprocity.
Are you
And
saying you're not
hospitality.
responsible for your own employees?
Not those anymore.
Well, not anymore, but at the time, certainly.
If it makes you feel better, they are... Well, have you been to the snail races yet?
That's not a comforting thought. But maybe a little.
They're working overtime.
Terrifying implications aside. All I want to know is what happened to my sister.
Yes.
And my
He-
brother.
Ugh. Mr. Witch, I'm not good with difficult conversations. Mr. Witch clears his throat a little bit. Yes, I'm aware of Mr. Light. We express our regret, but unfortunately, we are not responsible for your losses.
They were
If,
going. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
if I can interject here, Robin speaking, maybe it would help if you told her what happened to her sister, even if we're not responsible. It might give her some
The
comfort
last-
or closure.
The last we saw of her, she went into the Hall of Illusions.
And how old was she?
She disappeared, I believe, and he looks to Mr. Light. How long ago was that? And Mr. Light spins his vein a little bit and thinks for a moment. I believe 5 years ago. She was with us for about 3. And then went into the Hall of Illusions.
Hold on, the math isn't mathing.
I might be also mathing incorrectly.
Because we established...
I believe it was 8 years ago.
No, it was longer.
It was
'Cause
longer?
We were 7,
Okay, yeah,
and-
you're right. And how old are you now?
24,
Okay, so 7. 24 minus 7 is
17.
17. Okay, I incorrectly did math. My bad. So she disappeared about 5 years ago and was with us
12.
12 years? Yes, 12 years.
Granted, Feywild, other planes, time, wibbly wobbly,
Wibbly wobbly.
soup.
Soup. It is a weird soup. Feywild is complicated.
So, I mean, 3 years could have been correct.
No, yeah.
It's hard not to notice. This is from Alphonse. Having been to the Hall of Illusions ourselves, that an uncomfortable number of children are behind a mirror, along with a young girl with a pig face.
I saw her. She was in the tent.
Mr. Witch nods a little bit. There are forces at work on the other side that are entirely beyond our control.
If all this is happening and it's all beyond your control, why are you still running the carnival and allowing people to come in?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, my thing froze for a moment. Go ahead. I heard and forces out of your entirely out of your control, and then it froze on my end.
Gotcha. Why are you still running the carnival and allowing people to come in?
We are not the original carnival's owners. Mr. Light speaks up. And Mr. Witch will nod. We took over management through a pact with the owner of another carnival.
Are you the owner of this carnival now?
We are.
Does the pact somehow require you to continue to put people at risk like this?
We are unable to speak on these matters.
Who would be able to speak on these matters?
Unable or unwilling?
Unable.
Sus.
You may have realized that this place is more than just a carnival. There's a lot of magical stuff going on here.
Yeah, like human trafficking. No big.
The point is, not everything here is under the control of the people here. Sometimes magic forces things to happen in a particular way. I imagine that they have a similar relationship to that.
But magic itself is just a force. Someone manipulates it.
Sort of.
It's
Magic
a little bit
can-
different.
Yeah. Magic can sometimes just do things. Sometimes the requirement exists and magic accomplishes it.
I wonder, this is from Alphonse, if this would be an appropriate analogy. It's almost like the carnival itself is a living thing, and you are less owners and more caretakers.
We own this carnival now. We used to work for a different carnival, but we came about this one through an agreement. And things are required to honor our end of the pact.
Are outsiders given a bit more freedom as far as dealing with certain aspects? Say the thieves that it seems you don't wish to acknowledge?
We do not. We know of the thieves. We do not interfere with them.
Can we?
Mr. Light kind of looks a little uncomfortable at that. It seems like it just conflict. Conflict will make the mood of the carnival go down.
Okay. What if it wasn't here? What if you help or inform us or guide us or lead us or point us in the correct direction to take the fight to them, since they clearly don't seem to always be here? If here is the issue, send us there.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Why? Why did I play a low charisma character?
I'll say you.
Go ahead, sorry.
22!
Oh, 22! No, there you go. 22. Yes, what were you gonna say,
Jesus is with me today!
You avoided the fight.
Twice?
What were you gonna say, Ray?
Oh, I was gonna say, what is there? Could I make, I guess, an Arcana roll to basically kind of gauge that they're talking about when they're saying elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Could I try and do an Arcana roll to see if I could gauge that they're talking about like something extra planar, not of this world?
You can make an Arcana roll. Yeah.
That's what I shall do.
Will be a little bit of a high DC.
Yeah, I figured as much. No, never mind.
Yeah. Nope. The dice don't like you.
No. Nope.
Do you need me to blow on your virtual dice?
I'm thinking about pulling out my regular dice. But
If you want to use your regular dice, go for it.
oh, I know.
How'd that persuasion go?
The persuasion, you see both Mr. Witch and Mr. Light look at each other for a little bit like they're having a silent conversation. And Mr. Witch twirls his scepter and looks to your group a little bit with a little bit of a smile. We could do that. You've already been there, after all.
Nim visibly perks up and just goes, home?
I was going to say the Hall of Illusions.
Oh.
By the
There's a portal. There's a portal that can take you to their realm.
We had that theory, but how do you open it?
There is a incantation that must be spoken to open the portal.
Being...
It's something that we would prefer to say when you are ready to potentially go. It is a one-way trip, though. So when you go, you can't come back here.
Ever?
Destination?
Prismeer.
Home. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
What's Prismeer?
Home.
Lady Trash still hasn't gotten her candied apple.
Oh, Thaco at that point has returned. It took him a while. He had to go to the feasting orchard. He returns with a candied apple and holds it out to Lady Trash.
Trash gratefully accepts. Gives a little bow, little nod.
There are potentially others here who have been affected by the other forces in play. So you can go now, or you could potentially learn a little bit more before going. Attempt to learn a little bit more, at least.
We've met a few. And if I could find my notebook, I could rattle their names off.
Our patron, Zabilna, is who we got the carnival from. We do know that there's someone else here who is a warlock of hers and has been causing a little bit of trouble in the carnival. They might potentially know more.
Okay.
It seems, and this is from Alphonse, it seems that not only could we get more information, but we might find more people in need that we might ignore if we don't know their story. We already know a cub to look after, for one. I would hate to leave any child behind. So basically, Alphonse is all about and Trash are 100% of talking to other people before we go.
Might find Candlefoot's voice again.
Mm-hmm. Fine. Pit stop, then home.
Whenever you're ready to leave, and he'll gesture to Mr. Witch will gesture to Burley. He will let you back in, and we can send you through.
I'll help.
With showing them around the carnival?
Sure.
And Mr. Witch just claps his hands. Oh, I adore Robin.
I mean,
Oh.
they've been very friendly. I'd like to help. Also, they discover all kinds of interesting magical things, and I do love looking into magical things.
You do like looking into magical things.
It's true.
Trash is very shyly offering a unbitten portion of her apple to Nim.
Nim smiles, takes a very small bite so as to preserve as much for Trash as possible, and says thank you.
Smile.
Oh, who's the warlock?
It's a Kenku that's been going around causing trouble named Heddlesteam.
Oh, okay. Well, probably should talk to them, huh?
Yes, she's and Mr. Witch is speaking up now. She's causing trouble around the carnival. I heard she was booing Palasha's show earlier.
Oh, that's not nice.
You could potentially ask her about it.
I mean, we probably should. What's the worst that could happen?
You had to say it. You had to, out of character. You had to say it. Yeah. Mm.
She is trying to get us. She's been pestering us, and unfortunately, we can't tell her things. As much as we would like to help, we can't.
Okay.
But and you see Mr. Witch pull out his watch and kind of like wave his hand over it, and some gold dust comes off of it and onto Nim, Trash, and Killian. You should be able to get into the staff area now without having to go around. Just wave your hand in front of the wall and it should part to let you through.
Thank you.
That's how Robin gets in.
Does that leave us as we were before without our direct? Because we don't want to violate the tenets of your agreement.
We would prefer that you keep any violence unseen.
Unseen. Very
That's
interesting. Alphonse is like rubbing his chin, which suddenly has a beard.
I mean,
There are children present, after all.
look, we don't have to be violent. We can talk it out. It'll be fine.
Sorry. And I think with that, this is a good point to take a break.
Sure.
And then
Absolutely.
we coming in, and when we come back, we can go back into the carnival and explore things. Is that from Acorn and Crow?
Oh, honey, of course.
Ah, I'm so jealous.
Death Head Moth. Anyone?
Oh no.
Ah, nice.
All right, excellent. So
The
we'll take what, 10
Nimnoko?
minutes, 15 minutes?
10 minutes. Will
10
be
minutes?
fine.
All right. So we'll take a 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. I finally got TikTok to work while we were doing all that, too. So now we're live everywhere.
Yay.
So,
Hooray.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for a while beyond the Witchlight run by CraftyMirage. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break while we refresh drinks, step away, stretch, and stuff like that. Please do the same for yourselves. And remember, at dinner game, we always save you a seat at the table, but the seat can only be taken if you feel well enough to be there. So take care of yourselves, and we will be back in 10 minutes.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much for letting us take that little bit of time away. I'm trying to figure out where this one is. Okay, good, we got it. We are going to go ahead and let Crafty get right back into it, but I had to fix this music because it went crazy. What the heck's going on?
I like that it's changed to that the second Kat said you can't be mad at me.
But it's like playing two songs at once.
I don't know.
It's because I envelop chaotic goblin energy, and we're here for it.
And we're here for it.
All right. So, we before we went to break, the party went and spoke to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, learning that there were forces at play that they could not discuss due to a pact that they had to maintain ownership over the carnival. They told them that they were able to allow the party to go to where the thieves came from, but that it would be a one-way trip, and that there were still individuals within the carnival that they could potentially glean more information off of before continuing forward into the unknown land of Prismeer for some of them. And we've come back, and now we're back, and they're able to come and go from the staff area as they please, and they have a direction to go, which is to speak to the Kenku warlock known as Kettlesteam, who was seen previously heckling Palasha during one of her performances.
Rude.
I know,
Very.
right?
It's time to light someone on fire. That's what I say.
We have to do it hidden, though.
Yeah. Although very few problems cannot be solved by the judicious application of fire. That's.
I mean, factual.
Yeah.
Anyone who tells you that violence isn't the answer clearly isn't using enough of it.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, so
Right.
since we're not burning anything down,
Dang it.
yet,
Damn it.
I'm going to caveat it with yet. We're not going to rule anything out completely because, we have a lot of ground to cover. And you can really reduce the ground by burning most of it. But I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep coming back to that. It's the horns. They make me weird. But this is a one-way ticket. I am going to find my brother. I am absolutely willing to go. And I know you are going home. Trash. What about you?
The Lady Trash is dedicated to her course.
And are you? And look at your character, John Ryan. I was like, are you going with us there?
Sure. Magic.
Okay. You realize we don't even know where we're going.
You just said
I know where we're going.
shiny.
I know where we're going. And to be fair, I got back here once before.
Yeah.
I'm sure my family could help us get back again.
Excellent. See, and I get to see new magical things.
Or at least they could help you. I don't know that I want to come back.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun.
This place? It's
Sure.
so dull.
Dull? Take that back.
I don't mean the carnival. I mean this plane.
Prime material plane.
I mean, we don't stay on the same one all the time.
I'm not talking about the carnival. I am not staying with the carnival. I appreciate your love of it. It took my childhood.
Oh, I mean, but if we get your childhood back, then you can enjoy the.
We get your childhood back.
Yeah.
Nim just looks at you confused. Dice had a moment.
Look, I get it. I do. But you can't take back the past, but you can discover the things about it that you may have lost along the way.
That's true. Either way, let's go find this warlock.
Sure.
All right. Robin, you do know where Palasha is during the throughout the entirety of the carnival. She's in Silver Song Lake. That's where they have her just singing throughout the day and performing.
Okay.
Let you have the map up. Yes, I do. I have you guys on the map.
All
I
right.
gotta mark the order placed.
Order placed. Don't worry,
There's only
ladies and
100
gentlemen.
bucks, it's
That's just someone making bad decisions. Everything's fine.
Hey, it's not a bad decision to shower your friends with love and affection and hundreds of dollars. Never mind.
What? What? Say what now?
It was under 100, barely.
Oh my god. Okay.
You're getting stuff. Deal.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting
Okay.
the toys.
Okay.
Toys? Since I mean, it's pretty, but
It's nerd shit, which is notebooks and stuff like that.
and sticky notes and notepads.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
you definitely don't have a problem as a nerd if you can't stop buying notebooks, right?
I
That's-
love Acorn and Crow. Okay, not
I-
sponsored, but could be. Fell.
Oh yeah, we'll talk to them. We'll absolutely talk to them.
I mean,
Get them on a D&D game.
I don't have a problem, do I?
No.
No,
No? Okay.
All right. So Silver Song Lake is actually very close to the Big Top and the staff area. It's actually right next door.
All right. Now remember, don't fall in love with Palasha. It happens a lot.
think I'm good.
Killian's already a victim of that.
Yeah. People fall in love with her a lot.
All right. So you guys exit the staff area as Mr. Witch and Mr. Light promised. You wave your hand over across the thorn barrier, and it separates for you to let you out. And you guys are walk just a short distance to the to the nice large lake that has magically appeared here. Because for those of you who are familiar with this area on the prime material plane, that lake wasn't there before the carnival got here. And as you're approaching, you can already hear the sound of just this beautiful singing that you heard earlier during the Big Top extravaganza. As you approach the lake, mist is gathering at the banks and the water looks to be shimmering almost. And at the center of the lake is the mermaid Palasha, singing from within a giant fishbowl that's been elevated over the water so that everyone has a nice good view of her. She is a blue-skinned mermaid with a gold shell top on, a pearl necklace, and instead of hair, she actually has these flowing purple fins that extend off of her head. And she's got like a gold belly chain on, some gold bracelets, and she does her tail does have more purple fins going down along the length of it. It's not like Ariel. This is like a legit mermaid. You see, she has gills on the side of her neck. And some gold eyeshadow on. That's waterproof because magic.
Always.
Always. She looks flawless even underwater.
And,
But-
You gotta.
and Robin will wander over and wave at her. Hi.
She spots you, Robin, and stops singing for a brief moment to wave back. And she kind of like comes up from the bowl and leans against it. Robin, you did really good today at the extravaganza.
Thank you. I've done better, but it was all right. I did okay.
She doesn't even realize the trash is with you. Well, you were performing with someone untested. It's normal for that to happen. Oh. And she sees trash as she's in the middle of the sentence.
It's fine. That is not the Lady Trash's forte.
Yes, sorry, apologies. We're just
Standard, actually.
I'm sorry. So what brings you about the lake today?
We're looking for our Kinku friend.
A Kenku?
You know, the one that was giving you so much grief.
It's a Kenku? I've been hearing heckling all day, but it's been coming from multiple people.
Yeah, no, it's just a Kinku. You know how they are with voices.
That has been throwing me off my game all day. I do not enjoy that one
Yeah.
bit.
No, that's not nice. We'll have a talk with them.
And as you're talking, you do just suddenly hear from with like throughout the crowd that is gathered at the lake, you just hear, "Boo! Get some real talent." And actually, you recognize the voice, Robin.
Oh no.
Whose voice?
It's Candlefoot's voice.
Oh, snap.
Can I tell, based on just Trash's expertise with throwing her voice and working puppets?
Yeah, go ahead and give me some perception checks, guys, if you're wanting to
I
find.
was gonna say,
where the
I'd
heckler
also
is.
like to see where this is coming from. We'll see if I do, but I'd like to try.
Can I use my tool proficiency in puppetry?
Let's go.
You can have advantage on the perception roll because you are familiar with throwing voices.
Gotcha.
I apparently can only roll an 18 today, which is great for me. So 22.
22. Okay.
14.
14.
Like seriously, if you look, the last 3 rolls.
Yeah, no, you're doing really good.
18s across the board. Crush it.
All right,
This is gonna
so
fall apart quick.
Because when the luck chair gets pulled out from underneath you, the noose is already tight.
so you guys do hear the heckling immediately, but Nim, you're the only one that spots them. You've got your sharp eyes just like happen to go in the direction of where the heckling comes from, and you see someone just lowering their hand from their mouth from that cupping booming like that, you know, the thing to like amplify their voice. And you see you do see them trying to disappear into the crowd, but you have eyes on them, Nim, already, and you are able to track them.
Does Nim point them out?
Are they leaving?
They are trying to blend into the crowd.
So not trying to like bolt or anything. Just, hey, I'm here. I'm part of the crowd, and nobody sees me, right?
Okay, so go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
No. I'm
She's-
asking.
Huh?
The person that I see, they're just kind of chilling with the crowd, not trying to dip.
Yes, correct.
As long as I can see them. I'm not going to make an overt gesture as to where they are. I'm just going to kind of look out and go, I've got them.
Do we need them back here, or are we going to just follow them?
You tell me. I know where they are.
What do they look like?
I don't know.
Currently, they look like a human. They currently look like a human with just a very generic looking plain Jane person. Just short brown hair, peasant clothing, but with a man's voice.
I mean, weirder shit has happened. Let's be real. All right.
Excuse me.
Collective. You wanted to
I-
talk to this person. Thoughts?
So I will actually, let's defer to the native of the carnival. What would be the procedure for this?
Can you surreptitiously point them out to me?
I'll describe in detail the exact location within the crowd and everyone around them without moving my hands.
Okay. Is that sufficient for me, Crafty?
Yes.
All right. I will.
How far away are they?
I will say they're about 40 feet away.
Okay.
I will. As I turn towards them, towards their direction, will rotate my hand a little and say it's time for a bit of space, and he will make them smell awful using prestidigitation.
Okay.
Huh. Clever.
So you put this smell on them, and all of a sudden you just start seeing a few people just like sniff the air around them and just kind of like start moving away. Let me do a. Okay. Can you go ahead and give me a sleight of hand? Jeremiah?
Sure. Or not. It's possible I won't, but I'll try. I am rolling for crap today. I'm absolutely rolling for crap today.
It's okay. It makes this game entertaining. You see the person currently like just looking down at themselves and then look up and look directly at you, Robin.
I will wave at them then if they look directly at me. Hello. Hey, we need to talk.
At that they turn to run.
I'm going to leap after them.
Minor
Using
illusion
my-
on the other side of them as they bolt to run. Mr. Light standing right there with his arms crossed.
Ooh.
Right in front of them on the other side.
Minor illusion. Okay.
Mr.
go
Light or
ahead.
Mr. Witch?
Mr. Witch. Mr. Witch.
Mr. Witch.
Mr. Witch is scarier.
Okay, Mr. Witch.
Why I
Okay,
asked.
it's minor illusion.
Yes, it's a 5-foot square that I get to make either a like an illusion of something, person, whatever, or I can do like a sound or stuff like that. But it's inanimate. It doesn't move.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
14. Okay, so they have to make. Okay, you see them pause. Okay, so wait, for you also said you were doing a mirthful leap, correct?
Yeah, I'm jumping after them.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics. But you see Kettle Steam pause at the sight of Mr. Witch, but then tilts their head and just starts running straight through the illusion because they saw through it.
Got it. No problem.
Cool. Using my full movement,
Mm-hmm.
cunning action dash,
Mm-hmm.
and action to continue to dash if necessary. I'm gonna get around them. Like, you are welcome to put an illusion there, but I'm betting I might be faster.
Also, I have a question for you, Crafty, about the
Yes.
Mage Hand. Mage Hand specifically states that it cannot attack, but it can
Correct.
lift 5 pounds.
Uh-huh.
If I were to use Mage Hand while they were running to just slap their back foot as they're sprinting to where it's just basically knocked behind their other foot.
I will say you can do a
I can
You
do a
can
spell
do an-
attack roll or something like that.
a
if you want me
spell
to.
attack roll.
Alright.
Yeah, you can do a spell attack roll to kind of
I'll
just
wait.
like trip
I'll wait
them.
for that though until after dice.
Yes. Go ahead, Dice.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
No, I will. If necessary, I'll use my action, but I will use movement, cunning action dash.
Okay, so that's 60 feet now, right? Okay. I will give me go ahead and give me just a straight dexterity roll. And they're gonna also do a dexterity roll because you both are
Dexterity
kind of.
roll.
tied, so
Into the unknown.
12.
12.
they also got 12.
There's 12
So you
across
meet,
the board.
yeah, so you meet, tie goes to the player. So you are able to keep up with them.
Keep up or get in front of?
You're next to them, I will say.
Action dash. I'm in front.
Okay, yes, then now you are in front. And they're going to... That's cocked. They got a natural 1. They bump right off of you and hit the floor.
So to say,
Along.
I'm not strong. I do this.
They got a natural 1. They are made of... Their bones are hollow. It's a kenku.
Cool. I've still got a 13 strength. I ain't beefy.
Your strength is 10. You're good.
While all this is going on, Alphonse does a little bow to the mermaid and says, "It was lovely to meet you, Lady of the Water."
She like nods her head, but is also looking at the direction of what's going on. She's like, "Hey, yeah, that's the heckler. Can you get him for me, please?
I believe they're on
Get
it.
her for me, please."
In an effort to avoid the whole violence shouldn't be seen thing, with a very obviously forced smile to the on the ground Kenku, reaches down by the shoulders, kind of just stands them up, hands on shoulders. Hey friend, sorry, looks like you bumped into me. Mind if we have a chat?
Intimidation check.
Again, why am I playing a low charisma character?
Doing
You made choices. You made choices.
You made choices.
Did I played? Oh, you know what? We're at 20.
That's good. The Kenku drops the disguise self spell, and you just see a feathered black Kenku wearing these nice moth-like wings for the carnival. They're wearing these like blue robes that look like it's made out of strips almost. Think like Lulu from Final Fantasy. And has like a brown collar on it, and then just solid black sleeves.
For a second there, I thought you were saying Lilu Dallas from The Fifth Element, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about a Kinku wearing that.
No, like
Well-
just a very like belty outfit that like
I'm
Lulu.
in the same way about Lulu, quite frankly.
But like fair.
It's a modest one. I'm just like trying to
It's a
describe the strappy part of it. It's like a
Gotcha.
full robe, but it looks like it's made of straps.
A partially unwrapped mummy.
It's anything like Yennefer's rope dress. It's a full dress, but made of ropes.
I've never seen Yennefer's rope dress.
Oh, Witcher?
Oh wait, from The Witcher?
Yeah. When she was in the
Oh,
battle?
I did see that one. No, too sexy.
Too sexy.
I was fixing to
Like,
say,
I'm
with
just trying to
phenomenal
describe
courage.
the
from
fact
Lulu.
that it's just a lot of straps that look like
it.
a general robe.
Basically wearing belts.
They're basically like wearing belts. But it looks like just a full coverage outfit.
Got it. I kind of like using the digital dice roller because it's an extra enemy.
An extra enemy. But yeah, the Kenku is now just like kind of shaking a little bit, staring at Nim because Nim has fully intimidated them.
Hmm.
I'm just waiting for everyone to catch up at
Yeah.
this
Oh
point.
yeah, I assume we rest of us are running up there.
Yeah.
Arm around shoulder, leading back to Palasha.
So, yeah, I will say that Palasha has like leapt out of her fishbowl and is now like going towards a part of the shore where there's less people and is just swimming over to it.
I think the rest
As
of us
you
would
lead.
form a little phalanx around the Kinku so they can't take
Oh,
us.
just... All right. So you go over to the shoreline where Palasha is, and you have the Kenku. She is her feathers are a little ruffled right now, and she's kind of just like looking around, just a little alarmed and scared.
Hi. You've been very mean to Palasha. Why is that?
You hear she opens her mouth, and you hear Mr. Light's voice, very agitated, going, "Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down." And then you hear she opens her beak again, and you hear Mr. Witch's calm yet firm voice saying, "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right?" And she closes her beak and like crosses her feathered arms. And in Candlefoot's voice, which you can see brings a little bit of alarm to Palasha's face, you hear Candlefoot's silky voice just going, "They know more than they're letting on. They won't tell me. They won't divulge anything. I'm causing trouble and I won't stop until they tell me what they know about Zybilna and Prismir."
Did you steal Candlefoot's voice?
Candlefoot looks down a little ashamed, and then you see her go through her robes and pull out a corn husk doll with a thorny stem tied around its neck. And the corn husk doll actually does look like Candlefoot.
Why would you do that?
Squeezes a little bit, arm still around. You really should give that back.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation roll.
Do I get advantage because I already had the intimidation factor?
Yes, you do. Also, you have a lot of
I was
people
gonna say,
around
if
you.
you want more help, I can make your eyes glow red.
Ooh.
I mean, I wouldn't know that, but her eyes may actually be glowing red anyway, given the fact that her eyes are what they are.
In that case, I can give you a crown of fire.
21. I rolled
21.
well
Doesn't
twice.
need it.
Candlefoot kind of like
The Kenku?
scrunches up. Yeah. Kettle Steam scrunches up a little bit and kind of just quickly holds out the corn husk doll.
Takes it, looks at it. Palasha, would you like this, or should we just take it to Candlefoot when we see him?
She looks at the corn husk doll of Candlefoot and just says, "You need to take that back to him. He needs it so he can talk."
Nim puts it in her bag. Understood.
You wouldn't happen to have another one of those, would you? Just out of curiosity.
You now without the corn husk doll, the Kenku looks at Trash. Wouldn't happen to have another one of those, do you? And like question, like in a questioning tone, and no, it doesn't add the do you. It just wouldn't happen to have another one of those, and it says it in Alphonse's voice.
One second. I'm going to...
Little friend, do you have a penchant for taking voices that don't belong to you?
They can't speak with their own voice.
So, okay.
I understand that.
You hear at first Alphonse's voice, "Wouldn't happen to have," and then in Nim's voice.
Using sort of a performance as a puppeteer, I'm going to have from them coming, "I don't think he has it. She has it." But it's actually from their throat, basically.
So
It's creepy.
yeah, if we loan you Candlefoot's voice for long enough for you to tell us what's going on, will you tell us what's going on?
Says in Robin's voice, "We'll tell you what's going on."
Pulls it back out. Gonna give this back. Not if you understand.
Give this back.
Hands it over.
She takes a corn husk and she, in Cuddlefoot voice, starts to talk. I'm a warlock.
Cast fireball.
Huh? Did you just say I'm gonna cast fireball?
No. I was saying she uses it to cast fireball.
I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
And you can get that shirt on Dinner and a Games merch site.
You're
Okay.
you're breaking up a little bit there, Nikki.
Okay, hang on. How about that?
No, still breaking up.
Yeah. Do you have a Lasombra in the room?
No, don't have a Lasombra room. I think just my internet is just being wonky today.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
Are you sure you don't have a Lasombra in the room? Because how would you
Has
actually
it-
know?
I can jump out and jump back in again.
Maybe worth trying.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Alright.
Let's take a little break for technical difficulties, and we can go ahead and try that.
All right.
All right. So we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Okay, we're clear.
Yay. Resolved.
Resolved.
Also, we do have a hydrate.
We do have a
Oh.
hydrate? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the other thing.
It's all okay.
Thank
I'm
you,
in mod
Kel.
mode.
Oh, and I need to fix that mod stuff you told me about earlier, so I'll do that while we're doing this.
Go on.
Are we back?
We're
Yeah.
back.
We're
Wait.
back. We're back.
All right. Okay. So where were we? You gave the. Okay. Yes, I remember now. Okay. So you gave the corn husk doll back to Candlefoot. And in Candlefoot's voice, to Kettlesteam, and Candlefoot's voice, and she says, I'm a warlock, and my patron is Zybilna. She's the archfey of Prismere, and I haven't been able to sense her in a long time. And I overheard Mr. Witch and Mr. Light talking in their wagon, and she opens up her mouth, like she opens up her beak and does in Mr. Light's voice, someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. And then Mr. Witch is like, we agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? And then she switches back to Candlefoot's voice. I can't enter Prismere. I can't get in contact with Zybilna, and I need to know what's going on. And Mr. Witch and Mr. Light know more than they're letting on, and they won't tell me. So I have been acting out on purpose to get their attention. They keep ignoring me.
Do I recognize the name Hourglass Coven?
Give me a history check.
Given my area of study,
18.
might I know something about that, or Zybilna, or Prismere, for that matter?
Go ahead and give me a history check as well.
Okay.
I feel like I feel confident in knowing enough about Zybilna based on my history.
You know about Zybilna. She is the archfey of your domain. And Jeremiah, Robin, you also know who Zybilna is. She is the archfey in charge of Prismere. She has cast magic over her domain, her domain within the Feywild, to be sort of a haven where children cannot be harmed. It is a safe place for kids, and it follows the laws of the Feywild. She heavily enforces the laws of the Feywild: reciprocity, hospitality, and there's one more. And hospitality, reciprocity, and ownership. And she makes sure that everyone in Prismere holds those standards, those 3 laws. And also that no one harms any children within her domain. The Hourglass Coven, Nim. You would know this. You know that the Hourglass Coven is something that was mentioned in passing a lot in the Feywild, in Prismere. You know that it's a coven of 3 hags who are sisters of Zybilna and Baba Yaga's actual daughters. You are aware that they aren't they were known to cause trouble for Zybilna every now and then, but as far as you're aware, they didn't have the largest presence in Prismere. As far as you're aware, the last you checked. And the last time you were there.
Which was years ago.
Yes.
Okay. Well, first off, you should apologize to Palasha. You hurt her feelings.
Kettlesteam kind of lowers her head and looks to the mermaid. Sorry, Palasha. In Candlefoot's voice.
That's just creepy.
And she just she kind of just like crosses her arms over her chest, and she's just like, I've had a really bad day, and I almost because of you, and part of me doesn't even want to perform anymore.
Oh,
because
don't be like that. We're about to give Candlefoot his voice back. It's gonna be okay.
I guess I can go back and sing.
Palasha, Lady Palasha, are you aware that during your more mesmerizing vocals, that individuals are utilizing that time to steal things from people?
She kind of just looks away a little bit. I mean, I don't really pay attention. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Do I need an insight check? $14.
Wait, Winnie.
Okay, hang on. Let me see what she would have done. Oh my god. Okay, so all of you including Robin. Did you want to roll, Killian?
Sorry, I was checking some metrics. What are we rolling? I apologize.
Insight.
Insight. Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
Uh,
I mean, she rolled a 2.
It's gonna go
deception.
better than a 2, but not by much.
Okay,
And it's definitely not over a 10.
You can tell she is lying. She is very much aware that people are stealing during her performances. But you also all remember that Robin explained that the Witchlight employees are not allowed to interfere with the thieves.
fair.
Hmm.
So we're going to take Kettlefoot, or Kettle, was it Kettlepot?
Kettle steam.
Kettle Steam. We're going to take Kettle Steam over to Candlefoot so they can apologize to Candlefoot and give him his voice back.
This is sort of out of character. Does before we do that, since we do know that Candlefoot is going to basically propose, does Killian want to shoot a shot first? Since, if I remember correctly, you were enamored.
I was enamored. I wasn't.
In love.
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
He basically was under the effects of charm person for a little bit.
Just giving you that option there. Alphonse
Does it have
tries
the
to be a
same
good.
mechanics of Charm Person? Do I know
Yeah.
once it wears off? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was artificial, but thank you.
It was artificial, but thank you.
Alphonse is trying to be a good winged unicorn.
Winged
Pegasus.
unicorn.
I believe that's called an alicorn.
Ah,
An alicorn.
But Palasa, thank you for helping us out with that.
And she nods and she looks to the group. I mean, I could offer you some singing lessons as a thank you.
I would love that. I think that would be lovely.
Okay, so where's my book? There's my book. I'm gonna have to transfer all of this information into the new one once I get it.
My brain is totally telling me that this is going to take a long time, and its singing lessons take years.
Forever.
No, she basically just offers some breathing tips to whoever wants them. So, like, she's basically offering breathing tips, how to project your voice a little bit more. So, who takes up the singing lessons?
I just want to know how we're going to breathe underwater.
I mean, I can't offer you that. That's natural to me.
Valid.
Trash
So-
steps away from the group.
So, Trash does not want singing lessons?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so just Robin takes up on the singing lessons.
I'll take it too.
No,
Okay.
I'm picking up on it. I just don't know that I'll use it. It's kind of one of those. Nim is listening, but usually tries to be quieter, not louder. So
Okay.
This is somewhat of a bad scene for Trash. That's why she stepped away.
All right. That is noted and written down. All right. And Kettle Steam in Candlefoot's voice, are we going to go give the voice back now?
yes, we
Yep.
are.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
You get to hang on to that while we walk.
And you will apologize to her.
Okay.
And if you think of anything else that might be important for us to know, while we try to go find out what's going on with Zybilna and the missing children, you'll tell us, right?
I already told you everything I know. I just want to know what happened to my patron.
So,
Okay, that's
tell
fair.
us, right? Or we'll kill you. No, just kidding.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
No.
I didn't say that.
You're fine, and Zybilna has protected me before, so I hold no ill will against her.
All right. You guys start walking towards the Hall of Illusions, where you know Candlefoot is, and he is doing his thing. He's punching tickets for whoever wants to come in, doing little miming to people walking by as they do. And he spots you, Robin, and he waves, and he waves at the rest of the group as well.
Real quick, what was the Displacer Beast Cub's name?
Star.
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 Thank you. All
Friends
right.
for hippies too? Yep.
So we head up to Candlefoot, and Nim, still arm around Kettle Steam's shoulders, not as like forceful now, but just kind of as in a guiding hand. Friend Candlefoot, I believe this Kenku has something to tell you.
He just looks at the Kenku and tilts his head.
Nudges forward.
Kettle Steam, kind of holding the corn husk doll, holds it out. I'm sorry for stealing your voice. And like Candlefoot's eyes go wide, hearing his own voice.
It's a trippy moment for him, I'm
It's
sure.
And he kind of has that moment where he's like listening to his own voice and kind of like, you know, when you hear recordings of your own voice, he's just like, is that what I really sound like? He has like that look on his face. Is that my voice?
What is this? Oh, that's my voice. Oh, I hate it. Oh.
Yes, you just take it away.
Yeah. So you see him take the corn husk doll away and like pull off the little thorn vine around the neck, and like you see some like a little burst of magical dissipation from the corn husk doll, and Candlefoot kind of blinks. Hello. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that was not fun. I'm good at miming, but I do enjoy talking.
Glad you got your voice back.
Oh. Why did she take my voice to begin with?
For attention. For very specific attention.
Specific attention?
Specific attention. You know things have been going on that aren't quite right.
Yeah, of course I know that.
Same reason. I don't think either one of you has different end goals in that regard. They were simply trying to cause enough of a ruckus to be addressed. Out of curiosity, can I at all tell about how old this Kenku is? Like,
Yeah, go ahead and just give me an investigation or insight check.
we're gonna go with investigation because it's slightly better. 18s across the board, fam. Like 23.
This
Good
Kenku
lord.
is an adult. This is a young adult Kenku, maybe like the human equivalent of like mid-20s.
So like roughly my age.
Yes, roughly
Okay.
your age. But in Kenku years, which I think are different than human years.
Okay.
Alphonse sort of reaches out and touches the mime and says, "The Lady Trash is very happy for you."
I'm very happy for me too. Now he just ruffles into his clothing and pulls out the little box with it and like shows off the little pearl diamond, like the pearl ring that he has in there. Now I can actually propose to her.
Hey Robin, why don't you clean him up so he can go do that?
Yep. And you really should be, and he's doing a hand gesture as he does this, you should be in your best self. And he does press the digitation to clean him up and make him smell nice and the whole thing.
Yeah, he looks a little bit more confident when we do that for him. He says, and he looks to all of you. I would like to thank you by maybe giving you some acting tips. It's not much, but like, it's my
Sure.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
I love to perform.
Yeah. So Robin, Nim, who else takes the acting tips?
Trash will.
Trash.
Yeah, and Killian will definitely.
All right. He gives you some quick tips on method acting and on pantomime and stuff like that because he is much better at miming. But he gives you those tips on emoting a little bit more, being expressive and stuff. And but after that, he'll like just dust himself off a little bit. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna go propose to my girlfriend."
Sounds like the
Odd
plan.
that this is the second engagement
Yeah,
happening over here at the House of Illusions.
it happens a lot more than you think. It happens a lot more than you think. This is like a place where people. It's like a proposal at Disney World equivalent.
Guidance doesn't last that long.
Last a minute.
Last a minute?
Yep.
It's going to take longer to get over there, but
If you run, they can help you out with that.
Okay,
I mean, we could all run.
you all want to go run and watch?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
As we're getting closer to it, he will
Maybe we can hijack one of the bubbles and just fly.
touch his back and cast guidance on him as
Just
he's
slap
walking
him on
up
the
for it.
ass. Guidance.
Slap him on the ass.
So
Go
you
get
guys
her.
arrived back at the lake. You guys arrived back at the lake, and Palasha's in the middle of her performance in the middle of the lake, and you see Candlefoot run to the end of the dock that's set up there and literally cannonball into the water and start swimming towards her, which causes like a few like confused murmurs in the crowd of people who are watching, and you see him swim up to Palasha's fishbowl. And she's a little confused as to why he's there. And you can see him talking to her and everything, and then pull out the ring and like in the water proposing to her. And you just hear the crowd around the lake just and applauding. And she like you see her shake her head at yes, and he puts the ring on her finger.
Whispers to the people who can clearly create like magics that do visual stuff. Can you guys make this better?
Can you guys make this better?
Yeah, I can actually do with prestidigitation. I can do a lot. I think I can actually cause petals. So who cause petals to fall over them?
Oh. Okay, yeah. You see, like, just what kind of petals? What kind of flower?
Cherry blossom.
Oh, so like these pink petals just start like falling down around the couple. They exchange a little kiss, and everyone is just applauding and just cheering.
I don't
From
know
the staff.
how loud I can make it, but I can like make romantic music play. But it's like a 5-foot square, so I think only those two will hear it.
Yeah. You do see from the staff area that's nearby that the thorn barrier has parted a little bit, and you see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light just looking over confused, and then like both of them kind of just having a smile, just like all right, like the like happy for their employees sort of deal.
Excellent.
And Kettle Steam is just kind of standing there, softly clapping because she doesn't know what else. She doesn't know the mood right now in regards to her.
I was gonna say because they really don't know whether or not they're still getting in trouble.
Yeah, they basically don't know whether or not they're still in trouble.
Nim's gonna reach into her bag of random crap. The trinket pouch, and just kind of find a little bell, which is a little jingle type bell, and just kind of hand it to Kettle Steam. Just kind of a
ding 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 ding.
It's
Ding,
not a
ding, ding,
voice,
ding.
but it makes noise.
Ding, 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 ding. Not a voice, makes noise.
I will go over to, after they've had their sort of moment in public, Robin will wander over to where you can talk to Palasha and kind of says, when you're ready, I can actually perform the wedding.
And you see Palasha just like whispering to Candlefoot real quick, and she looks and then she looks over to the audience and just asks in her like just asks everyone, would anyone want to see a wedding right now?
Mm.
And like you hear the crowd just like cheering, like yeah. And so yeah, go ahead if you want to perform a ceremony, because I saw you pull it up on Roll20.
So yeah, he begins the casting. It takes time. It takes about an hour actually.
Okay, so you're gonna use your 5th hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he goes through the process and he, invokes Bocob to bestow the magic of love and marriage upon these people to help them out through the difficult times and the good times and blah blah blah. Does the whole marriage ceremony, which actually for the next 7 days they each gain a +2 bonus to AC while within 30 feet of each other.
Creature can benefit from this right again only if widowed.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my God.
D&D doesn't believe in divorce. Interesting.
They don't. They need to add that or divorced.
Alphonse is wearing a bridesmaid's outfit.
I love it. I love Alphonse so much. Yeah, so the next hour is basically a wedding ceremony on the lakeshore. A lot of the staff has actually like just abandoned their post and gathered to watch. You see that there is a centaur woman who's there. You see Dear Legrand has come over. The dwarf from the minecart, the Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. You see several of the circus performers. They all join, and when the ceremony is completed, everyone is applauding and happy that this happened.
This is when I should have been investigating this.
What?
This is the time that I should have been sneaking around in places.
Yeah, during the wedding,
This
the wedding
the
where
time?
everyone joined.
Yeah.
You mean the time that we didn't know that was going to happen because we were told, hey, don't hurt anybody, don't cause a scene. And we went, okay, but what if good scene?
What if good scene? Good scene, actually, you kind of just you maxed out the mood of the carnival doing that.
Of course.
Hooray, I won't ruin it.
Yeah, you can actually see Mr. Light's vein, Witchlight vein, just like it's like a beacon right now. It's spinning.
High five, guys. High five.
After the wedding is done, Robin will be like, I think now is a good time for us to take Mr. Light and Mr. Witch up on their offer to help us go investigate.
Yes.
All right. So you guys, like as the crowd is starting to disperse, you guys head over to where Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are standing, and they both. Mr. Light is enthusiastically smiling at you and is looking at his vein, and he's just like, "I have never seen it this bright before." Yes. The crowd is jovial, they're happy, and we have 2 very happy employees as well.
I was pleased we could help them find their way.
One second. I'm going to be doing something. There is okay. 1 second. There's a development thing that happens. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, for all the witch, so you see the vein actually spinning very fast as the light goes off of it and starts to circle your party. And
Glowy, don't like glowy.
let's see.
The Zelda opening up a chest.
Yeah,
music.
it's basically that. Okay. I have to reference a couple of things. Okay, so with the persuasion checks and everything. All right. So the light circles you all and finally settles on Nim. Nim, what did your what did your wings look like before?
They were a deep navy blue with just kind of like starlight accents.
Okay. You see the light go to the butterfly wings, and they turn into monarch wings of gold. And Mr. Light looks at you, and normally this happens at the end of the night, but apparently the vein decided to choose the Witchlight monarch early.
Nim does not like the fact that she is shiny and glowy and kind of.
No. It's just as the gold wings turn, like the wings turn gold, you become aware that they have turned into a magical item.
Oh.
And you now have the charm of the monarch, which has three. It's a charm that you can use 3 times, and when you put them on. When you put them on 3 times, as long as you have the wings, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and a +5 on all charisma-based ability checks for an hour. So you basically have 3 hours of flying and charisma checks that are broken down into 1-hour uses.
Yeah, you might want to save that for
the next time I have to talk my way out of a sticky stitch.
Yep.
Actually, let me see if the item is here. It's called the Charm of the It is not here. Great, thank you. What's the point of having you?
You also have a burning hatred for Dr. Venture.
Yes, you have a burning passion for Dr. Venture. Burning hatred for Dr. Venture. Or passion. You know, there's the line between hate and love is very short, small. Burning passion.
This is just surprising.
I like to ship them. Well, you did all of those checks. You did the most of the skill checks that brought the mood up.
I was going to say, you have a burning passion. If anything else starts burning, please consult your doctor.
Please find a cleric.
Please find a cleric.
Oh
and Mr. Witch does look at you, and he's just like, I assume because you've approached, you're ready?
Yeah.
You sound so confident.
And
I
Robin,
belong in the shadows. Why am I in a spotlight?
Because you talked. That's why. Because you talked. And
You
Mr. Light
use the words.
Mr. Light looks a little sad and looks at Robin. You're going with them, aren't you?
Yes, probably. They need my help, and they're going to be investigating magical stuff. If I can, I'll come back.
Okay, because we really don't want to lose you.
Oh wow, I like it here.
I'm gonna walk up to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and say, I will do what I can to get Robin back. If anything, I know my mom and dad can help. And because my brain is totally awake.
my brain spaced on Robin. I'm just like, who's Robin again?
What's my mom's name? There it is. I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure Lamorna can get him back to you.
Who's Robin again? No, seriously, like my brain's hyper focused. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm like, wait, who's Robin? My brain, dude, I can't.
All of us.
I forgot what Hot Pockets were the other day. I am not exaggerating. I'm like, what's a Hot Pocket?
Nope.
It's
not
bad.
gonna go. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do
No,
it.
I know what your mind went to, but my husband was asking me, hey, do you want a Hot Pocket? And I'm like, what's a Hot Pocket? While I was sick. I forgot what a Hot Pocket was.
You can't buy Hot Pockets. You can only buy Cold Pockets. You have to apply the heat yourself.
It's like a pizza roll, but huge.
The pizza roll, but huge. I did want it. Okay, but Mr. Light just does a little happy clap. Good. I really want Robin to come back.
If he wants to, I'm pretty sure I can ask my family to help.
I obviously I've always been about exploring magic. That's why I came here in the first place.
Well, Prismere is very magical.
Wow. And so, but someday, whether it's soon or later, I'll find my way back. I like the carnival.
We the carnival likes you. And he gestures to the Witchlight vein. All right, Mr. Light Witch clears his throat. All right, if we are going to go, we can lead you to the Hall of Illusions, and we can send you on your way.
Let's go.
You guys walk through a little bit of a crowd because they're still dispersing. Sorry. And you head over to the Hall of Illusions. As you go into the Hall of Illusions, you once again see just reflections of yourselves as children in the mirrors, but you can see each other's reflections now as Mr. Witch and Mr. Light step through, and you can also see their reflections. You see their reflections as small Shadar Kai children who look exceptionally gloomy, not as colorful as they are here in this carnival. Very grayscale, just sad children. And they lead you through the Hall of Illusions and lead you to a spot you didn't realize was there, where there is actually some space and an ornate mirror with just complex filigree wrought in silver and just standing very tall. And they ask you to halt, and in that reflection you see just yourselves as adults in your true age. Mr. Witch very quietly says, everything that you're seeking and more lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through this, then you must stand in front of the glass and repeat the following rhyme. Hither, thither, here and there, wander, yonder, show me where.
Nim turns to Trash. You're gonna like home. And then steps in front of the mirror.
I'm making you say it.
Gives a quick nod to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And you said hither, thither, here and there.
Wander, yonder.
Wander, yonder. Show me where.
As you say the rhyme, a mist swirls in the mirror, blotting out your reflection, and you just see a spinning you see just a spinning prismatic magic appear on the glass, and you see light at the end of it. And basically the silver just falls away, and you can see that you are able to step through.
Real quick, where does this dump me?
Prismere.
Specifically?
Yes, Prismere.
No. It within? Prismere?
Within Prismere, yes.
But specifically where?
Prismere is one location.
Good talk. Goes through.
Ends up locked in a closet that's been boarded up for 3 years.
You've been teleported into a large house fire. You're in the basement.
All right. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light look to you to look to the rest of the group, wonder to see who's next.
Killian will step up.
Okay.
And he looks around at everybody and he says, if they just died, I'm never forgiving any of you. If I die, I will be slightly upset. And then hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where. And he steps through.
All right. Who's next?
Basically, you should go.
Trash is looking kind of nervous and looking at Alphonse. The Lady Trash worries if it's not her voice. Will that cause a complication, do you think?
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light look at her, and then they look at each other. If you are an extension of her, are you not?
I hope.
The only way to tell to see if it'll work is if you try it.
Be brave, Lady Trash. Be brave. And very nervously steps up. And sort of to give as much confidence as possible, he full on does a full performance kind of thing, and he comes out in his most gleaming armor and hands up. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder. Show us where.
You see the swirling magic appear on the glass pane as it did with the others to allow both of you through.
Okay, step through.
And Robin will step up and he'll look back at Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. I'll be back someday. It may be a while, but I'll be back someday.
They both nod to you, and Mr. Witch, looking at you, will say, mind the rule of 3, future, present, and past. And then Mr. Light finishes the sentence by saying, find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last.
Very well. Useful things to hear. And he will say, hither, thither, here and there.
Wander.
Wander yonder. Show us where.
When the glass opens up for you as well.
And he will sort of bounce through with a trot.
All right. You all step through and go ahead and level up.
Hooray!
Yay!
Ding!
Ding! So I do things a little differently when it comes to leveling up than other DMs. I don't ask my players to roll. They just get the max HP.
Oh, good to know.
They just get the max HP from their hit die when they level up. Because it sucks to roll a 1 or a 2. And I just think that if you're leveling up, you should be able to benefit from the full die. So go ahead and take a moment, everyone, to level up. Get what spells you want to get and stuff like that.
Dun dun dun.
Yay! Doing a level up just because we still have an hour left in the stream, and but we need everyone to level up.
Oh, I gotta figure out how. Okay, wait. I think I figured it out right. Yeah, 15 plus 8.
Um, Eric. D8. Okay.
Oh god. My muscles, they be sore.
I'm sorry your muscles are sore.
That's not your fault. I stand on my feet 10 hours a day. But on some good news, I have a job interview on Tuesday for a cruise line that allows me to work from home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a sales job like I do right now, but I'm good at sales. And it would have me work from home. And
Cool.
pays $2 more an hour than what I make now.
Cool.
Nice.
Always good.
Listen, I can deal with customers over the phone. I deal with them in person, and I can easily deal with them over the phone if it means I can do it from the comfort of my chair in pajamas.
Same. Oh my god, I get to choose an archetype.
Yeah, everyone let me know when they've chosen all of the stuff that they need to choose for level 3. Because level 3 is a big one in D&D.
For
Like some
real.
classes can choose their subclasses.
God,
People
I
get
should've
spell
thought about
slots. They get certain feats. It's great. I loved Kat's face when I said the alicorn. It was great. She's just like, no. What did you do?
See, this is one of those things where Nim wasn't there. Nim
wasn't
doesn't
there.
know.
I don't know. You don't know?
Cat's not okay.
I'm surprised at how quickly my hair's growing right now. It's never this long, this quickly.
Oh my god.
That's so much root.
I don't know.
You don't know what subclass you want to pick?
No.
You're a rogue, yeah?
Shh. Yes.
Okay.
But yes.
Yes. I know what I would default to, but default's not funsies.
So, given what we're doing, Arcane Trickster is not a bad choice. There's also
Trickler is fun.
a psionic one that's pretty good.
I think that's Soul Knife.
Soul Knife.
Soul Knife, yeah. But I mean, Arcane Trickster in the Feywild seems like on brand.
It is because it is very on brand.
So.
I mean, it really is.
Arcane Trickster and Soul Knife are like the two I would look at personally, but it's your character.
No, I know. Arcane Trickster makes a lot of sense.
Arcane Trickster does make a lot of sense.
But
But where's the fun in making sense?
Exactly.
But also that sneak attack though.
Yeah, sneak attack though.
Oh, and I don't have bad intelligence.
Uh,
Roar.
I mean, one of the nice things about Arcane Trickster is disarming traps with Mage Hand.
That is fun.
Picking locks with Mage Hand.
Yep.
Having an invisible Mage Hand so you can pick pockets.
Yep.
Y'all just trying to get me to play this.
No,
I mean,
we're just saying.
Yeah, it's like Soul Knife is like I generate psychic knives that I can throw at people and stab them from a distance.
Mm-hmm. Including dun 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 using your not crit strike but your sneak attack at range.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Bish. I've submitted your request.
I'm done.
You're done?
Okay. I gotta pick spells.
Yeah.
Question: would I know any of these at this point? Because I don't feel like I would.
What? If you what do you mean?
Normally, I would get these back at the end of a long rest. Yes.
I believe since you level up, you would get the spell slot. If you haven't expended it, you would have it. I feel.
I'm gonna work on
That's-
picking spells. We can move forward so as not to take up more time.
Yeah. Is everyone else done?
More or less. Yeah.
More or less. Okay.
As I have this
I'm
thing called
having
choice.
to work this a little differently, I think, just because
Huh?
of the way this works.
What do you mean?
I
Oh.
might. Yeah, just because of the way this character goes.
Okay.
I'll show you, and then you can say yay or what are you, stupid, and then hit me and I'll cry.
I'm not gonna hit you.
I'm not gonna hit you. I did
No.
not hit her.
That's
I
what
did
they
not
all
hit
say,
the woman.
Crafty. That's what they all say.
Oh, hi, Mark. Anyway,
All right. So, you each find yourselves being pulled through this magical portal, and when you come out of it, you stand at the edge of a raised and broken causeway under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape, but large sections of it have crumbled away. The parts that remain are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. Below, you see a fog-shredded swamp that extends in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds. Nim, this is not the land you remember. It looks, the landscape, while looks similar, and the causeway that you are on looking familiar, was not in this state of foulness and decay that you remember it being when you were here before.
Oh no.
Because you are from here, I will say you know exactly what you are standing on is the Queen's Causeway, which is a highway that was elevated above the landscape that went to and from the Palace of Heart's Desire, which is where Zybilna lived and ruled over the domain. The fact that it's broken and you can't even see it in the distance is alarming.
Uh-huh.
Neil,
Yes, Jeremiah. Oh, okay.
Was it always like this?
No.
Oh. I mean, this is pretty nice. Lots of ruins, things to investigate. I imagine there's a mystery around every corner.
I
Which
take
way
it from
is
the look on your
home?
face that this is not the way it should be.
Nim visibly looks disturbed by this, and is gonna turn toward the direction of home. How far is home from where we are?
It would be a couple of. It would be normally, if things didn't look as displaced as they did right now, you could get to your area within a 3 days journey. But as you look out into the distance, you have a good. Give me a perception check, actually.
Nope. Totally distracted. Totally
Yeah,
distracted.
you can't really see in the distance how much it's changed because you can just see a dense mist just covering most of this, like a deep fog. Any mountain peaks you see in the distance are practically covered by this fog that seems to just engulf the borders of this area. This area that you know of Prismere is generally like you can go to and from within 3 days, but because it's changed so much, you can't be certain how much longer it would take to get to your area of Prismere.
I don't like it.
What was your perception?
Okay.
Well, what is what is your recommended course of action? Because we can't go back.
My thought was to go home, but I didn't know how far home would be.
If your thought is for us to go to your home, then the distance doesn't matter. We're going.
Okay.
Because
That would
the rest
probably-
of us, I don't think, and I look at kind of at everyone else, I don't think the rest of us have any idea.
This isn't what home's supposed to look like. I think I need to talk to Mom and Dad. They'll know what's going on.
Either way, you're the only one of us who has anything that they can pull up to help us here.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Home. It's okay. I know where home is from here. It'll take a couple of days, but we can get there.
I look at everyone else. Are we all agreed then?
I mean, it's as good a place to start as any. I could wander around here for decades.
You'll
Not-
like home. Mom knows a lot about magic.
Oh, well then. I always like talking to another scholar.
All right.
That's for it.
Alphonse puts his hand on your shoulder. We will find them.
Appreciate it.
Alphonse is not in the box.
Where is
He's on.
Alphonse?
Floating beside Nim.
Well, that's a change.
Nifty.
Alphonse, do you feel different?
Do I look different? And sort of gets in the middle of you and sort of does a little pirouette spinning.
You're not in the
Like
box.
a touch.
Oh well, the world is my box. Perhaps it is the wonder of this realm.
Possible.
Yes, certainly.
I think that we can just accept this and move on.
Yep.
Because with everything else that's happened, Alphonse, as long as your allegiances have not changed, then this is just merely a cosmetic thing. And who knows, it might provide you with more utility.
Yes, and no, my focus is always and forever shall be the Lady Trash.
So far, you have not proven that to be false in any way, shape, or form. This, like I said, this is just a conditional change that, as you've already addressed, may have been caused by coming into this place. And frankly, I'm pretty much just holding down panic and hysteria. So I'm going to accept that this has happened.
So
Move on.
how is everyone feeling right now? How are their characters feeling right
I
now?
pretty much just summed it up.
Okay.
Gillian is just like, he's looking for his brother. He's going to find his brother. All the rest of this chaos can wait until some other time when he can sit here and cry.
Okay. Nim, you're concerned, aren't you? You're a little like, would you say that you're upset?
Yeah.
Okay.
The world is not what it should be,
Oh,
and
shoot.
and Nim wants to get home. Nim is concerned. Nim knows that Mom and Dad are going to know what's going on, and the only other thing that is currently on Nim's mind is making sure that the people with her get there safely, especially Trash.
As you are experiencing these emotions, Nim, you see at your feet ugly weeds beginning to sprout from the cracks of the causeway.
Oh, nope. Don't like that. Don't like that. Starts walking in the direction of home.
So,
Nope.
as you
nope,
begin
nope, fuck
walking,
that.
you are 100 feet above the swamp. And looking down the causeway, you can see that it clearly breaks off after a certain point, and it's a far gap, like maybe a mile gap between you and the next, like where the end of your causeway and the next one.
Right.
Go ahead and everyone give me a perception check as you are wandering the causeway. Or an investigation, your choice.
I'm back to 18s, y'all. 22.
Good God.
Uh,
I don't know why I bother.
I don't know why I
9.
bother. Oh, I got 20.
Alphonse is helping Trash.
Okay.
Hey, for a 20.
So I will say, Robin, you're so entranced by everything that you're not really looking for a way down so much as trying to soak everything in because this is fascinating. But the rest of you do see that there are these large mushrooms on the side of the causeway that form almost shelves. Like, do you guys remember Fern Gully?
Uh-huh.
Those shelf mushrooms that they would like climb trees on. It's like those, but you see them that they do lead down to the bottom of the towards the swamp.
Where is home on this map?
Hang on, let me pull up the full map because currently I have you on the there you go.
What? Okay.
Thither is to the east. Like you
Alright,
you
so
don't
we're
know it as thither, no. You just knew it as Prismere.
It's home. I see home. Okay. So home's that way. Okay. And we are on this
You're in the
Causeway.
center. Yeah, you're on the Queen's Causeway.
Okay, we're in this on the center one, or we're on like the one closer to the castle.
The one you're on the one closest. You're on the one. Like, hang on. Let me move to the hither map now. You are. How do I ping? You are. Or I'll just draw it right here. You guys are right. I picked a color. You guys are right here.
I'm sorry, could you ping it one more time?
I don't see it. Oh, down there. Okay.
You guys are right on this causeway.
So, can we go back to the other map?
Yes.
Since I know where I am and where I need to go.
Yes. So you guys are right here.
I would know the best way, like the fastest way to get there, right?
The fastest way to get there would just be to travel east from where you are now and then north, but it would be a bit because you don't it's normally a 3 days journey, but because the landscape looks different, you don't know how long it would take now.
Right. But I would still know that like the
general direction.
way.
Yes, and you would know you remember based on your previous knowledge of how the land was, how to get there quickly.
Got it.
From your last time here.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna like I think take the causeway looks easier than the ground below.
Well, I was going to say, and the causeway is also 100 and some odd feet off the ground, so it would be a
But there are shelf mushrooms to help you navigate down.
And we will be trusting mushrooms to help us get down.
We don't have to.
They're very large mushrooms.
So when you point out the mushrooms, Robin will jump down to one of the mushrooms.
Oh, great.
It holds your weight.
Hey, these are great. I wonder
Can you-
how they managed to grow them this big.
Right. But the causeway seems like more easily traversable, so like maybe travel north along the causeway until we hit a point where we can't and then go down since we have to go east and north.
Well, do you think they have these mushrooms at the far end of the break?
It's only like you said a mile or so.
There's so you can see the end of the causeway
Uh-huh.
where you are now. You can see because it's like I'll say like it's 200 feet to the end of the causeway where it crumbles away, and then you can see the next part of the causeway looks like it's a mile away, just with your passive perception.
Okay. So it's not actually that big of a distance that we would be traveling along the causeway before getting down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maps scale.
Yeah, it's weird. It's wonky.
Okay, then we just
What's worse
then I would
is
say,
Wild Maps scale.
What's the scale?
man, if you thought time was a weird soup,
You should see
You
about
thought
distance.
Yeah, distance is weird.
so yeah, I would say let's get down. I would say things here have a way of growing on purpose.
Oh, yeah. And he will happily be bouncing from one to another.
As you guys begin to descend from the causeway onto the mushrooms, Trash and Nim are the ones that spot it, with both of you being tied for the highest passive perception. In the distant sky, as you're beginning to start making your climb down, you spot a great balloon made of patchwork material and is spinning out of control from a puncture in the balloon, and causing the whisker basket that it's hanging from to swing wildly. The balloon plunges out of sight, disappearing into the fog below, roughly a mile away from where you guys are now.
In the direction we were going anyway.
Yes.
Sure. That's concerning.
Okay.
So, balloon?
Huh.
It is nearby, relatively speaking.
We're going
Yeah.
that way.
That's a balloon, all right.
Do we want to
Thank you.
go
Thank you, Rob.
look to see if the person's okay?
Sure.
Okay.
They fell out of the sky.
And
Okay. No.
It could be
No.
fine.
Okay. No. We go.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
unofficially a rescue mission.
I will say that Nim is going to make a point to help Trash and Killian down if they need help.
All right. Everyone who is making their way down has to do a athletics check.
Don't wanna.
Too
do
bad.
we have to? Do we?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I make
Alternatively,
an acrobatics check instead?
I will say you can do either athletics or acrobatics.
to assist. Nim would like to
Oh, thank
with
God.
Robin's help. If Robin will help, because Robin seems to be more let's say coordinated
Usually.
as far as the jumping down goes.
Yeah, we're just watching Robin just leap.
Yeah.
Nim is gonna stay up top and take out her rope and a stick and tie the stick, this just little metal bar, tie the rope to the metal bar, click, and
Okay.
toss it off the edge and allow Robin to go first.
Okay.
Okay, so now everyone can do it with advantage since
I-
they have a rope to help.
I
Scared
yeah.
to the roll.
I like my check already, so I'm going to go with the 18.
Okay.
Well, since it's advantage, I'll try it again just to see if I can get better and stay safer.
I mean, I can.
Oh, I
too.
did. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Alphonse,
taking the 18.
Alphonse grabs a hold of Trash
Mm-hmm.
and floats them both down.
You said that Alphonse was floating. Because before this point, Alphonse was a small puppet. Is
Yes,
Alphonse
and-
bigger?
Same size, seems to be able to lift Trash.
Okay, now that's getting creepy.
What ability is that again?
The fact that he's got those gloves and he's just
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
We-
right.
we-
I remember
we
I
picked that 'cause
remember
it
us
would be
talking.
funny.
I remember us talking about that because I thought it would be funny.
I don't
so
think
basically
I
Trash
get
can
advantage.
fly now.
I don't think I get advantage because I'm going to be removing the rod when I go down so that we can keep using it as we go down. Or are we just
Okay.
doing one check?
You're just doing one check.
I'm still taking the rod with me.
Okay.
You can do the rod trick. It hurts. You put the rod in your mid waist, you bend over it, you hit the button, you fall, you hit the button again. You hit the button, you fall, you hit the button again.
Oh, ow, no.
All right. So I just need your athletics check.
Oh, we have beefed this bitch.
Acrobatics.
Oh shit.
Okay.
It's okay. Everybody else.
You did have advantage. You did have advantage.
I shouldn't have advantage because I didn't get to use the rope because I took it with me.
Yeah, because they had to disengage the rod to move
Gotcha.
it again.
Okay. All right.
It's fine. Should have taken Featherfall. Didn't take Featherfall. Everything's fine.
Didn't take Featherfall
Okay.
either. Can't save you.
Okay. So the distance between.
It's a lot.
No, she's just falling to the first shelf.
Oh, okay, good.
She's gonna hit a shelf.
Ow.
I'm not gonna do 100
Ow.
feet of fall damage. That's gonna kill her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, how long does it take to fall that far?
100 feet? Less
2
than
rounds?
less than a second.
Isn't it 2 rounds?
It's 1d6 per 10 feet
No,
fallen.
she's saying the speed of falling.
Yeah. What's the speed of falling?
The speed of falling is you'd hit the ground in 2 seconds, so
No,
less
I
than a
think
round.
She's thinking of its mechanics. You fall 500 feet in one round. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
hitting,
So
you're hitting the ground.
so
if you
it
fall
would
the whole way.
it would take 2 rounds to hit the ground then because it's 100 feet.
No,
No.
one front because it's
Because
500 feet
500
around.
feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 500. Okay, so you basically you would hit the ground.
Okay.
But
How much of a reaction do I have?
You have a reaction if you wanted to do something.
You can now try the rod trick. It just requires hanging on to it now.
I know what she's trying to do. Are you trying to use pixie dust?
While I could do that, my brain just told me, when I'm like 5 feet from the ground, or like a little bit, maybe let's say 20 feet from the ground,
Mm-hmm.
Misty Step.
Oh yeah, no, you can do that for sure.
I've done that several times.
Yeah.
Just don't
Okay,
make
yeah,
the
no.
mistake that I made the first time I did it.
What?
Okay, yeah,
Technically,
'cause that is a bonus
Don't
action.
miss a step
right?
back up. Miss a step
technically,
sideways.
I was
it
gonna
is.
say I want a Misty Step. Like,
Technically, it's not a reaction though.
no,
But
it's not
it is
a
a
reaction.
bonus action.
Yeah.
If
so-
I have 6 seconds,
Well, a bonus act. It's bonus action can still be taken in your turn, and you're falling on
can.
your turn.
Yeah.
I would rule that you could use your bonus action to cast Misty Step to stop
Cool.
yourself from falling.
I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna go kind of at an angle so that it's
But
not-
I will say you have to make a dexterity saving throw to
Okay.
determine when to use it.
I had one of the meanest GMs ever one time. We fell off of like the side of a cliff, And I said, okay, well, I'm going to wait right before I hit the ground. I'm going to Misty Step sideways. And GM says, okay, make me a perception check. I failed it. You Misty Step sideways and slam into a tree anyway. So I took all my falling.
Okay,
Okay,
19.
yeah. 19, you're able to determine the Misty Step very easily. You're able to judge distance very quickly in that moment.
Something tells me I've done this before.
All right. So, you guys
Do I
make it.
ever take damage at all?
I'll say you do because of the.
Like, I'm okay taking damage, but I didn't want to take 100 feet of fall damage.
You take 3 damage because you kind of hit the ground a little. Like you kind of like land on the ground, but like there's a little bit of a shockwave, and you're just like, ooh,
Ow, ow, ow! Ankles, ankles, ankles.
it hurts your joints. It hurts your joints.
My ancient 24-year-old joint.
Like you feel it.
No.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Nim, are you okay?
I'll be good. Ow.
All right. So, who would be the last person on the reach the ground?
Technically me.
All right.
Because they waited
So,
for
actually,
everyone else.
narratively, that makes sense. So, as you hit the ground, suddenly, in the fog, you see a giant crane just suddenly just take flight.
Oh, bird.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
what I was doing too. I was like, a crane?
Big giant crane take flight.
Metal arm with a swinging ball.
No. It's like an ibis. Yeah.
Oh no, I
You
got
see a giant crane just suddenly,
point.
because you landed right by them and they just freaked out and just started flying.
Putting
all
my
of
rope
you-
away.
All of you, you have your sticky mud squelching beneath your feet. There's tangled mangroves growing out of pools of rippling water that are, for the most part, hidden by this thick fog. And you see purple mushrooms clinging to rotting logs and stumps that are scattered throughout the marsh. You see a small, faint glow of fireflies that are just vibing in this fog, glowing prettily. It's very nice to look at. You're fascinated by it, Robin, but as you're watching, you just see a tongue snatch a couple of them out of the air from a frog. And as this crane flies away, you suddenly hear, coming from one direction, several voices joined in a marching song. And the singing grows louder as from the fog, alerted by the crane, emerge 6 bipedal rabbits wearing clothing, emerging from the fog, and there are 2 of them tugging at the reins of a giant snail, while the others are carrying clubs and slings.
We're being approached by a regiment of Hassenpfeffer.
Yeah, and they're singing a song. They're singing the song you hear them singing. With sticks and stones, we'll break your nose, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes. But none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and a grin, he'll show off his cunning. A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing. Gasping, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agden Longscarf, brigand prince of Prismeer.
While they are singing this, Alphonse sort of hits gives a little tap to Trash for Armor of Agathis.
And while they're singing this, Killian slips his hand up underneath his backpack, and it comes out. And this is the first time you've seen it, but he comes out with a very ornate wand.
Actually, similarly, Robin reaches behind him and pulls out off his back a round shield and grabs a mace that was sitting on his hip. I hope they're one to be friends, but I'm guessing that the song is indicative that they are perhaps hostile.
Do I know this name?
Do you know the name of... That would be a history check.
No. This
No.
must have happened since I
Yeah.
left.
Things have happened since you left, and you don't recognize that name. Let me just.
Gotta be careful about them bunnies.
Hey,
I wasn't
Robin.
expecting you guys to get
Never
here
trust a
today,
bunny.
so never
Hey.
trust a bunny.
Hey, Robin.
Never trust a bunny.
Can you help me with the swamp muck?
Oh, yes. You really should clean up. And he'll do the gesture as he says that and presses the digitation. The swamp monk leaves you.
Appreciate it. Ugh.
Hang on, I'm getting a map together real quick.
I'd like
Actually-
to try and avoid this if at all possible, but that's me.
I
right.
have an idea.
Okay, so you heard them saying, you heard them you heard them singing. You guys said your thing, and one of the rabbits steps forward, and she's just like, "Hi there, my name's Jabik, and this is a robbery. And if you resist, we're gonna beat you black and blue."
Point of order. Just
Yes.
point of order. I it's like Robin actually sticks up his hand saying this point of order, and then says, perhaps we should all calm down and cast calm emotions.
Okay. Calm emotions. DC
12.
is DC 12. Okay, let me pull up the Harringen stats because there's 6 of them. Where are
Alphonse slides behind Trash's back and then disappears.
It's a wisdom saving throw?
It is a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay, they got 0. So roll.
This affects all of us too, but you can choose to fail if you want. If they fail the saving throw, they can choose the following 2 effects.
All right, so 2 of them succeeded in resisting.
Okay. Well, it's gets rid of charmed or frightened on the ones that fail, or it can make that the hostile creatures are suddenly indifferent.
Okay, so you see just the one you see Jabek, the one who introduced herself. You see her and one other like by the snail, just kind of like not affected by it, but the others are kind of just like, all right. They all lower their weapons. They're just like, this guy's chill.
We can negotiate here. You know, we can be calm and we don't have to turn this into a robbery.
I can invoke the law of reciprocity. We won't hurt you as a gift.
Well,
Okay. What happens if we decide that we don't agree to negotiation terms?
well, I mean, it looks like your friends their heart's not really in it. I mean, look at them. They don't look like they want to fight.
Look, I don't want any treasure anyway. I just want you to. We're just here to rob you of a joyful moment.
Oh, of a joyful moment. That would imply that we're joyful, and I, for one, am not feeling joyful. What happened to home?
How about this? We give you a new joyful moment.
What kind of joyful moment?
Well, I am a performer, of course. I can entertain you. I can, and he'll do his little hand gesture, make you feel like you are new to the world. And
no. Your joyful moment has to be a memory. I like taking memories.
If we create a memory, then it's yours.
Go ahead and give her a persuasion check.
And while he was doing that, he did cast Prestidigitation to clean any
Yeah,
muck off of him, so he feels actually nice and clean. So, all right. 16's not bad. I'll take it.
16? Okay. She ponders for a moment. It's an interesting all right, so if all of you are willing to forfeit this new memory, this new joyful memory you're making, would you we can just take that? We'll just take that and go.
Well, we're giving you a new memory.
Yes, but I have to take it from you
Why?
because it needs to be I'm stealing. I can't steal my own memories. I can steal your memories though.
But that goes against the rule of ownership.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, we don't care about that.
Well,
Mm.
shit.
Yeah, things. Yeah, it's been a little. Things are. We don't give a crap about that stuff anymore.
Yeah, no. I'm afraid I need to hold on to the memories that I have. I don't like there's a portion of my memory I've already lost that I don't want to lose anymore. I can give you a new memory, but I don't want to. I don't want to be have any memories stolen from me. I'm sorry.
You don't have a single memory that you'd be willing to give up that was at least, kind of good, but maybe not the best?
I mean, me and my guys, come on. What's going on? But bring your freaking clubs up. God damn it.
I mean, if it's just you and maybe your pal over by the snail, do you really want to do that?
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check.
16.
16. She looks around at the fact that her guys don't want to fight anymore, that are just kind of chill, and she like.
You're also
Okay.
taking into account that, we can't defend ourselves too.
It ends the moment they attack. So.
Fine. You know what? You guys probably have crappy memories anyway. Not worth stealing. Guys, we're moving out. And she's starting to get everyone to turn away, and pulls back, you see that she was she had been pulling out a golden gourd. But once you guys kind of just did all that, she is pushing it back into her pouch. And she's like, y'all are lucky that we just don't feel like it right now.
Why exactly do you
Lucky.
need the memories anyway?
Because we steal things. We're brigands.
Okay.
Yeah. I myself consider myself lucky. It was nice meeting you, though.
I can't with you. And she's just turning away, a little fluffy tail, just just so you see how her fluffy tail just twitching in annoyance.
After they move on a little bit, Trash collapses to her knees.
You all right?
Yeah, go over to Trash. Help see if they can get back up first off. Trash.
The lady Trash would have not given to them. If need be, I would have slaughtered them to a one.
None of us.
You
would
hear
have
that from
given to
Alphonse. By the way, Alphonse is still invisible, so you can just sort of hear the voice now.
I don't think any of us would have willingly given up memories. But
The Lady Trash has very few, if any, joyful memories from the past. So each one is too precious to give.
we will definitely remember that for the future. But
We didn't need to. It's fine.
Things are very different around here. The fact that people so openly dismiss the rules of Prismare,
It seems that
something
things
very
may,
wrong has happened.
yeah, I was going to say it seems things may have greatly changed since the last time you were home.
We may want to be careful.
I thought we already were.
Not as much as we could be, but we should go home as quick as possible. Okay. Let's go, but let's keep an ear and an eye out for others. Unless they're known to me, I don't know that I trust anyone right now.
I think that's a safe assumption. Not to trust anyone, that is.
Ooh, I'm glad that worked.
It was a very smart thing to do.
It's the first time I've ever tried it.
You guys start walking towards the direction Nim is leading you to, where the balloon also fell. The wet squish of the swamp beneath your feet with every single step, and the surrounding odor of just swamp gases, like constantly plaguing you, and walking deeper into the fog and into who knows what. And we're going to go ahead and end our session here today.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Yay.
So
Yay.
we are officially in very bad places.
In the Feywild now, bitch!
This is great. So happy. Home.
So happy. So happy. Home. It's totally not like you left it, but home.
I'm actually going to roll for your first random encounter that we're going to begin next session with.
Oh, great.
It's fine.
Oh, perfect. I love this one.
Oh, boy.
It's fine.
When your GM smiles, it's already too late. That's another shirt you can find in our merch shop.
It used to
Oh,
be
me
back
boy.
in the day on the random encounter, one of the options you could roll was Strahd. So our DM used to just do this little thing like at the middle of the night, everybody's camping and Strahd just pops up. It's like, block!
Strahd.
Block! And snaps everybody in the party's necks. Make new characters.
Make new character.
Rocks fall, PCs die.
Yeah. That is the classic. Rocks fall, everyone dies. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We are going to be continuing this now back on a weekly schedule. I am going to make sure that I don't oversleep again, because that was really horrible. And again, I apologize to everyone here. But this is a Wild by the Witchlight adaptation created by the amazing CraftyMirage. Crafty, where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
TikTok is my main thing, but I'm on all social media at CraftyMirage. I started recently posting to Instagram a little bit more, where I'm just posting just photos of things I've been crocheting lately. If you want to go look at that stuff. I'm going to start doing some crochet lives on TikTok. Just have some cozy cottagecore vibes going on, but you can catch me in TikTok mostly.
Dun dun dun! Thank you so much again for running, Crafty. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Dice Goblin Black Cat, where can we find you?
Well, besides what I'm sure is going to be a link tree popping up in the chat, I am on TikTok, kind of on Instagram. I'm bad about posting, folks. But you can find dice made by myself, and some even inspired by characters or players, or other content creators, on my website, fateandfortunedice.com. Everything's 30% off, so get it while it's there.
Yep, I need to go shopping soon. Through your website, that is. Excellent, thank you. Now we go around to the amazing and incredible Bishi Bunny. Bishi, where can we find you?
You can find me on my Twitter, posting pretty much constantly. You can also find me on Twitch, where I do streams. For those who are familiar with me, we're not doing our usual Sunday stream. We're actually doing a Monday stream where the Breakfast Crew is going to play some Stardew Valley. That's Big Daddy Biscuit, Little Mama
Love
Short
that.
Stack, Big Mama Short Stack, Dr. Sausage McCam Slam and me, I'm Bon Bon Cinnabon.
I love those names so much.
It's the breakfast crew, man.
Amazing.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
So, yeah, hope to see you there.
Absolutely. And finally, we have the illustrious Jeremiah McCoy. Jeremiah, where can people find you on the massive interwebs?
I am on TikTok as Basics of the Game. I'm on social media in various places. If you look for Jeremiah McCoy, you'll find me. And on Twitch here is Basics of the Game, in which I run a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game, which involves our lovely DM here as one of the players.
I'm a chaos monger.
Yes. If you like a little more what we do in the shadows version of Vampire, that's going to be your bag, I think. I appear doing different streams and on TikTok. I'm around.
Absolutely. And if you want to find Internet Games information, you can find it in our link tree, which would be in chat, but I spelt it wrong somehow. Why is Linktree not working all of a sudden? Anyway, but if you want to do any of these creators an amazing favor, spend that couple of moments to just click that follow button on any one of their many channels, because we would do this no matter what, because it's our hobby and it's what we love to do. But getting that little bit of seeing that someone took that little bit of effort to hit that one follow button gives us a serotonin boost that you wouldn't believe, and we can't even tell you how much we appreciate it. So if you can do that, we love that. If you don't have the spoons for it, we all get it, trust us. But in the meantime, remember, we are going to be doing our actual stream subathon in March. We're looking for more ideas of things to do, prizes to give away, stuff like that. If you have any ideas, do not hesitate to reach out and talk to us or tell us about it. We are looking for any type of submissions, any type of concepts that you want to put out there. And if you want to support us in any way, shape, or form in Dinner and a Game, you can subscribe on our Twitch channel or any of our other channels. We would appreciate that immensely. Every single dime that goes in goes to us paying content creators to come in and create amazing content for you. That's what the subathon is going to be for in March, and we are going to Gen Con in August, as so many other people are, and we are doing everything we can to create content there. And we were just looking for more people to join us at all times, because we just love creating content for you guys. And it's at Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table, and we need more people at the table, because that's how you have the best dinner conversations. Also, do not forget, if you want to get merch for Dinner Game, we have some of the most amazing shirts. All the artwork is done by Red Queen Hales. They are amazing, and the shirts are all up there, and they are like, we have so many different shirts that have been a lot of the things that we've been saying, like I didn't ask how big the room is, I cast Fireball. That's in the merch shop. And if you want to find that merch, you can find it in our merch shop right there. And all the profits from the what?
It's a bunny.
Oh,
Look at the bunny.
Yes, I see the bunny.
So cute.
But if you want to support us, you can go there. Also, if you want to support us and you want to get some amazing teas and coffees, you can go to Many Worlds Taverns. The link is in chat right now. If you use that link in order, we will get 10% of the order as a kickback from Many Worlds Taverns for helping promote them. And if you use the discount code Dinner and a Game when you order, you'll get 10% off your entire order. Now, all that goes to help both Dinner and a Game, and it goes to help Many Worlds Taverns, who is an amazing ethical company that sources their teas and coffee products as best they can from small farms and small creators, in order to help small businesses across the world. So do what you can to support them, and by doing so, using those links, you can support us as well. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today. If you are on any of our other social medias, we are going to go ahead and say goodbye to you and say we will be here on Tuesday night for Emerald Sanctums, Wednesday night for Kingdoms of Mist. This Friday is going to be the first session of our new Walking Dead game, which is starting up this month, and it's going to be freaking terrifying. We've decided to start playing in the city of New Orleans, and for anyone who follows the Walking Dead universe, in the city of New Orleans, actually the levees broke 2 months before the outbreak, and the Army Corps of Engineers hadn't really gotten anything repaired before the outbreak started. So
Ooh.
New Orleans was hell, and then it got worse. So yeah, we're starting out there. It's going to be amazing, and the dinner game adult content warning will flash every like 5 minutes in that damn game because it is going to be dark. It's going to be one of those games that if you don't have the spoons for it, we understand. It's The Walking Dead. So be careful with yourself. Be careful with your spoons. Protect them at all costs. And we are going to go ahead and on Twitch, we're going to raid out to somebody else's stream. On other streams, we're going to say goodbye to you for now. And we're going to tell you guys that we love you very much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Do what you can. Social distance where you can. Wear a mask when you can.
Yes.
COVID is back.
Yes.
As our wonderful Crafty can tell you, COVID is back, and it is a new
It was
variant.
rough.
It is a new variant.
It was
and
rough.
It's not funny. And so if you can, do what you can, because we want you to be able to join us every single time that you can for any of our Dinner in the Game shows or any of our other creators who are on Dinner in the Game. And the only way you can do that is if you're feeling okay. And so we ask you to take care of yourselves because we love you. And so everyone on Twitch, be ready to raid when we get there. Remember, let them know Dinner in the Game sent you. And just make some noise. Tell them thank you for creating content and let them know that you're here to praise them for what they do. Everywhere else, we wish you a very great day, and we will see you again soon. Have a very
Bye.
day.
Goodbye.